Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2 3. All right. Testing 1 2. Test 1 2 from Northwest Christian High School. Test 1 2. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals, where good enough just isn't. Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality people, products, and service you can trust. Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. Prescott True Value, locally owned and operated since 1982. So much more than a hardware store. Prescott Badger Football is also brought to you by the Prescott Unified School District, the Badgers' biggest fans, every child, every day. The City of Prescott, offering beautiful lakes, hiking trails, and recreational parks, we're everyone's hometown. And the Yavapai County Food Bank, making a difference in Yavapai County since 1992. Now, for the call of tonight's game, here's KYCA's John Rust.
It's back to Phoenix for the Prescott Badgers, and they're hoping this trip to the Valley goes better than their one last week. The Badgers look to rebound from last week's loss to Thunderbird, but in order to do that, they have to go through another quality team in Northwest Christian. Will Prescott prevail, or will the Crusaders remain undefeated in 2024? We'll find out soon. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Northwest Christian High School here in North Phoenix. John Rust with you here, along with Lou Benetone, getting you set for tonight's game, Prescott versus Northwest Christian. And Coach, probably one of the big issues here for Prescott, and we saw it last week. We heard Coach Collette talk about it in the morning report this morning, and even Isaac Brazino referenced it in our post-game interview that I had on my recap, is that Prescott had a bit of a breakdown in discipline in last week's game, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, we saw Prescott take two quick unsportsmanlike penalties in the span of about 10 seconds, and I think we were saying this before the game. Certainly, Coach Cody Collette and his coaching staff has addressed that issue.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Coaches get a lot to address after a game. Now, the first game was kind of a piece of cake for them, so you can't really get a judgment on everything that's going to go on. Then when you get in a tight game, you start seeing different dynamics come out on the team. And they noticed that, and I'm sure they made some corrections right away.
Exactly. And, of course, probably Thunderbird was probably a good team to have that happen to, because like you said, the La Jolla game was an absolute blowout, and there's always the danger of being overconfident, especially when you go from a team like La Jolla to a team like Thunderbird, who is slated to win the 4A conference championship. So maybe the Badgers needed that reality check coming into a game against Northwest Christian, a team that historically has put some really good players on the field.
Yeah, that's true. I never did like starting with a team that was weak. You don't get a real good view and idea of the dynamics of each of your players. And it came out in the Thunderbird game, but, Prescott stayed in the game. They were right there, but then, like we say, that fourth quarter starts showing some breakdowns, and the coaches address those breakdowns, because you can't have that against tough teams.
Exactly. And Northwest Christian, Coach, despite the fact that Northwest Christian lost 19 seniors to graduation last year, they still have some really good talent on this team, especially in their D-line. And boy, oh boy, we're probably going to be talking up this guy a whole lot tonight, and that is Lockie Walwork, who is their quarterback. In fact, Coach Collette actually saw him play in the JV game last year between Prescott and Northwest Christian. Coach Collette, very impressed with Walwork's performance.
Yeah, yes, my son was down there for that game too, and told me that there's a good quarterback coming up from that team, and I talked to Cody about that, and he said, yep. So he's starting to show himself as a pretty profound little football player.
And, well, as the Prescott Badgers take the field, we have the national anthem coming up here. And it looks like it will be played by the Northwest Christian Marching Band.
Thank you for this day. Thank you for this night to play football. Lord, we just so appreciate the safe travels to get here for Prescott coming down from up north. And, Lord, we just ask for special traveling mercies going back up there as well, Lord. We just want to thank you for everything you've given us in our lives. We're just so blessed to be part of this country, part of this state, and just have the freedoms and enjoy the things that we are blessed with by you. And thank you, Jesus, again, for everything you've given us, most of all your salvation, and please have this be an injury-free game, and all players focus on glorifying you. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
national anthem about to be performed here by the marching band. National anthem by the Northwest Christian Marching Band. We're going to take a break here on our pregame show. When we come back, we're going to play a short interview with Prescott linebacker Brody Hanna, and he's going to give us his thoughts on tonight's matchup between the Badgers and the Crusaders. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with that interview right after this.
Did you know that Prescott True Value has a new department with its own building? That's right, Last Chance Clearance Center is now open in the historic gas station adjacent to Prescott True Value. A one-of-a-kind bargain center with everything 50% to 90% off. That's right, everything is at least 50% off all the way to 90% off. Last Chance Clearance Center is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 5. Stop in and check out all the amazing bargains right next door to Prescott True Value at 826 Miller Valley Road in Prescott.
And we are back here at Northwest Christian High School. John Rust and Lou Benetton with you. And we want to thank Brody Hanna for joining us for the pregame interview. Brody Hanna, his grandmother Sherry was part of that 1974 graduating class of Prescott High School. And I think they were, the 7th or 8th best graduating class in the history of Prescott High School. Kelly Corder sitting next to me, is that right? 1973. Oh, they were the number one in 1973. Okay, I got you. Well, so what's the weather going to be like tonight here for our game? Well, just like last week, it's going to be hot, but you know what? Not as hot as it was last week. In fact, the current temperature here in Phoenix is 98 degrees, but by the time this game is in the books, we could be down to around 89 degrees, and I left my windbreaker in my car. What a shame. So not as bad as last week in Thunderbird. Also, wind will pretty much be a non-factor for this game. Winds will be coming from the northwest around just 5 miles per hour. No rain in the forecast, at least not until Saturday night down here, but that really doesn't concern us right now. So that's what the weather is going to be like for our game here tonight. Prescott High School and Northwest Christian are out on the field now, getting set for tonight's game. The captain's about ready to come out to the center of the field. And before we get going with this game, it's time for our song dedication for tonight's game. And the one I'm going with is The Upside by world-renowned violinist Lindsey Sterling, who I saw in concert down here in Phoenix on Monday. And after falling to Thunderbird last week, Prescott is looking for a better performance tonight against Northwest Christian to get on the upside of the scoreboard. And Coach Benetton, I think one of the things that Prescott needs to do to try to get on that upside of the scoreboard, and Coach Collette also talked about this during our morning report interview, is that the defensive line or the offensive line just needs to block a little better for Uriah Tennett. Again, when you look at Tennett's speed, when you look at his scrambling abilities, his maneuverability, this is a guy who really we want to see get out there, do a lot of running. And as Coach Collette said, if the offensive line can lay down some really good blocks for him, well, along with Uriah Tenette's really good arm, we're going to see him really utilize that speed of his.
Yeah, they made some adjustments. There's two sophomores starting last week on the team, so when you get to the game at the varsity, it's so much quicker and so much faster. And that's a good experience for those sophomores. They learned a lot last week. But, yep, you got to have a good offensive line that's got some quickness and speed to stay with the defense.
So, captain's about ready to come to the field for Prescott. We've got Isaac Brazino. We've got Garrison Gray. Also, Adam Lloyd out there, along with Wyatt Pierce. And for those of you watching our live stream, you may be seeing number 61 and number 50 and going, well, that's not Garrison Gray and Wyatt Pierce. Garrison Gray is number 5 and Wyatt Pierce is number 33. What are you talking about, John? I know you're bad at math, but you're not this bad. Well, actually, there's a reason for this. Garrison and Wyatt, they both had to go through uniform changes tonight. So instead of number 5, Garrison Gray, number 61, Wyatt Pierce is number 50. Also another uniform change tonight, Cooper Cassoon, usual number 49. Well, tonight he is going to be number 52. So, Coach Kronberg gave us those change in the numbers before the game, and I don't know, Coach Benetton, maybe they're just doing this to keep us broadcasters on our toes or something.
It could be, but I know they had to make adjustments to put line numbers on the line. But we had a Coach Greenway used to change his numbers almost every game with his best players, because you always watch for number 19 that comes out in the game 21. It was a little scam, but tonight we legitimately had to do it to put lineman numbers on some different men.
Yeah, we're just about ready to get going here. Northwest Christian will kick it away. Doing the kicking duties is number 14. That's Cameron Main, the senior. Looks like we'll have Josiah Peoples back to return the punt. And I think joining him back there, it looks like it's going to be Peoples and Johan Gunderman.
That's two good men. Good speed, everything else back there. It's two dangerous men.
Well, that's one of the big things with this Prescott team this year, Coach. They have got a lot of speed that they can utilize.
Yes, they do, and they got them in a position right now.
And there's
a squib that baby. Well, that's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going to go right out of bounds among the cheerleaders. By the way, Northwest Christian in the purple and Prescott in the white. Northwest Christian moving left to right across your radio dial and or your screen, depending on how you're following our game tonight. And you can follow us in a variety of ways on 1490 AM, 103.5 FM on the radio side. Check us out on kyca.info. Also, check us out on our Facebook page, KYCA. Also, the KYCA YouTube channel as well.
Well, I think the kicker can't put it in the end zone, and we got some good returners back there, so I get a few might see squibs all night long. They didn't want Prescott to do a return.
So Prescott will start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Uriah Tenette standing in the gun. Looks like that's Adam Lloyd behind him. Fakes the give, throws it down the middle, and almost into the hands of Johan Gunderman. The ball just went right through his outstretched hands.
That was a great throw, and Gunderman had beat his man. He had him by 2-3 yards, and if he caught that, it was TD time.
Actually, folks, we are having some technical problems on kyca.info, so you can go to our Facebook page or the KYCA digital YouTube channel to watch the game there. And there's the handoff to Lloyd. Lloyd breaks through some tackles and finds a big hole right through that big purple line. Gets up to about the 40-yard line. Looks like gain of about 5 on the play. Should be 3rd and 5 now for Prescott.
Looked like he was stopped, and then all of a sudden he burst right on through. That was a good run.
Lloyd standing right next to Uriah Tenette. Tenette rolling. Looks like he's got a little bit of room. He makes a stop. He turns. Tenette still on his feet, and Tenette run out of bounds, but a first down there. And I'll tell you, this is what we saw from Elijah Little of Thunderbird last week. He stops, finds a gap, and goes, and that's exactly what Uriah Tenette did there, Coach.
Yeah, good vision of the field, good change of direction, stopping on a dime and changing direction. Good athlete.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Badger 49. Tenette all by himself in the gun. Lloyd in motion. And Tannett going to run it himself. Makes a nice juke there and gets up to the 50-yard line. So that's going to be about a 1-yard gain there for Tannett. Nick Boschma finishing Tannett off with that tackle.
That was a delay zone read. He just read the blocks and looked for a hole. Wasn't anything there. Small one, 1 yard.
2nd and 9, right at midfield. Tannett, and I thought for a second he was going to go under center. Instead, he'll stand in the gun. Adam Lloyd behind him. Tannett
Option.
Runs, pitches it over to Lloyd. Lloyd with a big run. Lloyd breaks a couple tackles. Lloyd at the 20. Lloyd makes a turn, and Lloyd running. No, almost into the end zone. Or did he get in the end zone? I don't see any signal for a touchdown.
Nope, they're moving the chains. That was a good option play.
And a great job by Adam Lloyd breaking a lot of tackles there. About a 47-yard run by Lloyd. 1st and goal from the 2. The give is to Brazino. Brazino makes a cut. Brazino grabbed around the waist, and looks like Brazino stopped short of the goal line.
That was a good option play. They had Tannett pitch to Lloyd. It was a great option, well read. Very effective play. That's something new they added.
No, they actually did get the touchdown.
No?
I did not see any signal from the official.
They have first down down there. What are we doing here?
Well, there's the extra point, and apparently, yeah, Isaac Brazino got in there with the touchdown.
I have no idea why they moved the chains.
So it's 7-0 now in favor of Prescott as Gunderman once again good with the PAT. 10-14 left to go here in the first quarter. And we'll be back with more from Northwest Christian right after this.
This is Ann Wilson with Yavapai County Food Bank. No one should ever go to bed hungry, but with inflation on the rise, the need is greater than ever. Did you know that you can make a real impact and get an end-of-the-year tax credit for your generosity? $400 single and $800 married. Call 928-775-5255 today to donate to the Yavapai County Food Bank. Help us feed the hungry, support your community, and make a difference. That's 928-775-5255. Yavapai County Food Bank. Together, we can change lives.
And welcome back to Northwest Christian High School. John Rust and Coach Lou Benetone with you here. And apologies for that confusion, folks. Unfortunately, we're kind of at a low angle here in the stand, so we really can't see if the player crosses the plane. And we didn't see a signal from the referee that it was a touchdown, but Isaac Brazino, cool breeze, gets it in the end zone, and the Badgers with a 7-0 lead as that ball from the foot of Gunderman rolls in the end zone. Northwest Christian will start from their own 20. Lockie Wallwork getting ready to lead his troops on the field. Wallwork, a junior, had a darn good game last week against Saguaro. Saguaro with an H. 142 yards passing and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was good as a sophomore, so he's got some experience on his belt, on games anyway. Lower level, but he's got experience.
Trips out to the far side. Wallwork from the gun. There's the handoff. And a good stop. Well, actually breaks off a tackle from Trace Overton. And the running back, number 21, Nathan Johannes, able to break through a couple of tackles, and he gets a first down for the Crusaders. And looks like another give to Johannes. Johannes finds a couple gaps, gets some good blocks. Now comes out to the near side, and Tannett gets a tackle on him, breaks free of the tackle, does Johannes. Now Brazino comes in and finishes the job. 2 really good runs here by Nathan Johannes.
Yeah, Coach pregame told me that's going to be a good little athlete. He's a good running back.
Johannes, a junior, 6 foot, 175 pounds. There's the give again to Johannes, going out to the far side. This time, not a lot of forward progress. And it looks like Josiah Peoples was right on top of him to make the tackle.
Yeah, he made good pursuit. They tried to get on the outside, and he took that angle of pursuit and maybe made a yard. That's it.
2nd and 9 now from the Crusader 49.
They got a trips right formation, single back, shotgun formation.
Wallwork looking to the sidelines, getting some signals from head coach David Innes. Now Walwork looking to throw down the far side. Leaping catch made by the receiver on the far side and then taken down by number 22, Josh Police.
It's the first down. Landon Beckman is wide receiver, number 6, caught that pass.
And that'll be a first down for the Crusaders as they're not wasting any time. They're already in the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from the Badger 41. Badgers up 7-0, but the Crusaders threatening. Walwork, little pitch there to number 15. That's Helmer. Helmer takes the ball past the 40-yard line. He gets stopped by Prescott. Looks like that's number 32, Brody Hanna, in on the tackle.
They're running the 3 wide receivers. There's no tight end, wide receiver, 2 wide receivers right.
And again, Crusaders wasting no time getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun tailback.
Bear in motion, Walwork looking. Walwork throwing, and there's the catch made, and scooting down the sideline, number 2 is Brooks Martin.
Stepped out of bounds. He had more daylight, but he stepped out of bounds going down the sideline.
Still going to be good enough for a Crusader first down.
There they go, shotgun with the 2-back set, right up the middle.
And that one gets stopped in a hurry by the Badgers. Again, it's Johannes, the ball carrier. One-yard gain by Johannes. 2nd and 9 now for the Crusaders. Ball at the Badger 19. Walwork drops back, gets some good protection. Now scrambles, finds a nice gap, breaks through one tackle, and then gets tripped up by the Badger D. I think that was Brody Hanna again on the tackle.
Pass play with a read option, and he found a hole and went.
About a 4-yard gain there by Walwork. Going to bring up 3rd and 4 now for Northwest Christian. Walwork hands off to Johannes. Johannes scoots up the middle, finds a nice gap, still on his feet. Finally dogpiled by the Badgers. That might be good enough for a first down.
Oh, here's okay, John.
Adam Lloyd with the tackle.
Another fullback right at dead center. No, they stopped him then.
Johannes stopped at the line of scrimmage, going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
So the shotgun set with a fullback and a right halfback.
Walwork, quick throw, and into the end zone with the touchdown catch, number 2, Brooks Martin. And just like that, Northwest Christian responds to Prescott's touchdown with a touchdown of their own. Lockie Walwork, a 1-yard pass to Brooks Martin, 7-6 pending the extra point. Here's Cameron Main. And we get some whistles on the play. I think one of the players might have an equipment problem, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're replacing him.
So a bit of a delay here. We have a replacement, and Main ready for the PAT. Oh, and the kick is blocked. And I think that might have been number 12, Kenny Miller-Terry, who made the block on that one.
That was good. They had a stack on that left side, and then those boys came across. They should have protected the inside a little bit better. They left that inside open. Inside man got there.
All right, well, the Badgers still maintain their lead. 7-6 the score, 6:29 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with more right after this 30-second break.
Hello friends, this is Travis Stead. When it comes to protecting your gutters from those pesky pine needles that never seem to land anywhere but inside your gutters, making a mess, make the wise choice, Arizona Seamless Gutters. We have the fix that will last a lifetime. Needle Guard. Never let a loved one get on a ladder and clean your gutters again. Let our family take care of that. Arizona Seamless Gutters. Locally owned and operated since 1981. Call us today, 928-778-1818 for a free estimate. Arizona Seamless Gutters. When it pours, we rain.
And we are back here at Northwest Christian High School. John Rust with you here, along with Prescott Hall of Fame coach Lou Benetone. Metzger will kick this one into the end zone.
This kid can kick in the end zone too.
And by the way, we should also note that last week the Prescott cheerleaders did not make the trip down to Thunderbird, but they are here tonight. And, well, Prescott cheerleaders, they did have a good excuse not to be at last week's game because they were helping out with Dancing with the Stars. And from what our GM, Jason Zinzaletta, has told us, that performance helped raise $500,000 for the Boys and Girls Club.
That's a great job. We got some adjustments on our offensive line. Cooper Kassoon is playing tackle, and Wyatt Pierce is a guard. Garrison Gray is center.
And
Scott,
Uriah Tanette gets wrapped up, thrown into a circle, and then thrown to the ground. Not a lot of room to maneuver there for Tenacious T as Timmy Sands, the sophomore, finishes off Tanette. Tanette got about a yard or two on that.
Got a couple yards on that.
Call it 2nd and 8 now for the Badgers. Ball at the 22-yard line. 6 minutes left to go here in the first stanza. 7-6 Badgers on top. And Tanette going to run it himself to the far side. Tanette making the turn, run out of bounds. And Uriah Tanette almost took out a couple of cheerleaders getting run out of bounds.
Northwest is running a 3-man front. And those 2 tackles got 5 linebackers, basically.
Tanette gaining a yard there before he was taken out of bounds by Devin Helmer. Tanette from the gun. He rolls to the left, makes the throw, and there's the catch by number 84 of Prescott, Eli Allen. And that should be good enough for a first down, and it is.
Yeah, they utilize that tight end, little tight end out pass. Pick up about 5 yards for the first down.
Allen, the sophomore, keeping this drive alive for Prescott. 1st and 10 from the 32. Tanette from the gun, Adam Lloyd standing next to him.
Trips.
And there's the give to Lloyd. Oh, Lloyd fumbles the ball! And it's picked up by Josiah Peoples, and Peoples gets sandwiched between a couple of Crusaders.
It looked like it was a reverse that got botched. So he was going to set up for a nice reverse, but they ran into each other and knocked the ball out of the hands.
So that's going to cost Prescott 7 yards lost. 2nd and 17 now for Prescott. Ball at their own 25-yard line. Uriah Tanette directing traffic, sending Eli Allen to the far side.
Okay, they got trips right. Allen's a tight end.
Tanette.
Cross pattern.
Rolling. There's the throw to the far end. A leaping catch made by Allen. Allen takes off down the far side. Tackled around the ankles, but I think Eli Allen just picked up enough for a first down.
No, he's just short about 2 yards.
Oh.
That was a good pickup, though, 15 yards. Little trip pattern. They hit him on the out. Crossed 2 guys, left him wide open out there. Nice pass pattern.
3rd and 2. Badgers have the ball at their own 40.
Now we got trips left.
Tanette gives the ball to number 10, Chamberlain. Chamberlain breaks through a tackle. He's got a lot of room and finally taken down at the 40-yard line in Northwest Christian territory. Great job by Chamberlain to break free of some tackles and also some good blocks there by the O-line coach.
Yeah, it was a great block. Those new boys they got in there with Cooper Kassoon, Wyatt Pierce, Garrison Gray, Dalton Scott, Dante DeCourt. They did a great job up front. And he did a great job running, find that hole.
Under 4 minutes left to go in the first stanza. 7-6 Prescott.
Option again.
Tanette going to run it himself. Tanette finds a big gap over to the near side, and Tanette taken out of bounds, but it looks like he picked up quite a few yards.
That's first down again. No, wait, excuse me. Be 2nd and about
Looks
2.
like 2nd and 9. Maybe.
2nd and 2. Picked up about 9. Maybe 2nd and 1. Yep.
Tanette drops back a couple steps. Now finds a big gap up the middle. Tanette breaks through, and Tanette going to get the first down. And boy, oh boy, Coach, the O-line really opened up a huge hole there for Tenacious T.
They did. They're doing a great job up front.
And I think this is what a lot of people were waiting to see, having Uriah Tennett utilize his speed a little more. Coach, looks like we got 4 receivers out to the far side.
They got a motion coming back, motion out again. That's tough to cover those 4 out there.
There's the throw, and there's the catch made by number 20 for Prescott, Luke Mason. Mason down the far side. And Mason knocked out of bounds.
I think I picked up about 8. Second, about 2. Yeah, they're whittling their way down. Quick passes, short passes. Breaking for long runs.
Tennett going to give the ball to Chamberlain. Chamberlain runs into a wall of purple. So not much there for Chamberlain. And I don't see the chain gang move. Actually, it looks like the chain gang moved back, so it looks like Chamberlain might have lost a yard.
Yeah, it looks like he lost by 1 yard. 3rd and 2. Or about the same.
Ball at the 18-yard line. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. 7-6 Prescott.
Okay, full house back there. It's going to be a blast.
And there is the give to Brazino, and cool breeze up the middle, and swarmed by a whole horde of purple jerseys. And I think Brazino does get the first down.
Yeah, he got the first down. They had all 3 backs back there. They led him right through the hole. Looked like a blast or a wham. Just use your backs running through, follow him. Brazino followed him nicely. Nice job by the offensive line again, too.
First and goal from the 10 now for the Badgers. As they keep picking up yards, and all of a sudden it adds up. Tennett rolling, now stopping, now going over to the opposite side, now coming back to the near side. Tennett still on his feet, makes the throw, and just throws it out of bounds. And boy, oh boy, Tennett running a whole track meet there to try to get away from the Crusaders.
It's probably about a total of 50 yards back and forth.
Second and goal now from the 10. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Three backs behind Tennett. Going to give it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain looks like he bounces off of one tackle, then bursts forward and falls forward and maybe picks up a yard or 2.
Yep, a couple yards.
So 3rd and about 7 to go, or 3rd and goal from the 7. Tennett keeps the ball himself, goes to the near side. Tennett makes the cut. Tennett dives toward the end zone.
Touchdown.
It's a touchdown by Uriah Tennett. And Tenacious T extends the Badger lead 13-6.
Yeah, he made a great cut. The hole was there, and he made a great cut. Like we said, changed directions on a dime.
And Johan Gunderman now on to kick the extra point, and Gunderman has been perfect on all his PATs so far this season. And I did not jinx him there. He's still perfect.
It's 11th
So with
straight, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
12.
1:26 left to go in the first quarter. Our score, 14-6. Prescott on top of Northwest Christian. Let's take a 30-second break here on our broadcast. We'll be back with more from North Phoenix right after this.
It's Gina with the City of Prescott. It's time for this year's bulk item collection event, and we'll be coming through your neighborhood to collect those items that are too big for your regular trash bins beginning August 19th through October 4th. Remember to bag, box, bundle, and tie your items. Place them neatly at the curb by 6 a.m. of your designated Monday. To find out your week for this special event, go to PrescottRecycles.com. Bulk item collection is exclusive to residential trash customers. Commercial businesses and communities on dumpsters are not eligible.
Welcome back to Northwest Christian High School. John Rust, Lou Benetone with you. 14-6 our score. Badgers on top, thanks to a 7-yard touchdown run by Uriah Tennett. Here comes a return by the Crusaders. And return man gets stopped just before the 30-yard line. Eli Allen making the stop there. And boy, oh boy, Eli Allen has been a pretty busy boy in this game here in the first quarter.
He's on special teams, tight end, caught some passes last series, did a good job.
Yeah, 6'1", 190 pounds. That's a pretty big sophomore.
It sure is.
Lockie Walwork back in the gun. 1st and 10 from the 27 for Northwest Christian.
Whoop.
And it's our first penalty of the game, and it looks like it's going to be a false start against the Crusaders.
All right, well, that's a break. Now it's 1st and 15.
Looks like we got trips over to the far side. Walwork working from the gun. Man in motion. Walwork backpedals, makes the throw to the far side. It's caught, and then the receiver gets tackled by one of the Badgers. I think that might have been Josh Police with the tackle on him.
I think it was. He get a little slip screen right into him. So, but he still picked up about 7 yards. He had 5. It was 1st and 15 there. He picked up about 6 yards.
I think that was Helmer who made that catch.
So it's 2nd now and 9.
44 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Walwork now going to throw that one downfield and intercepted by Tanette. Oh, I think we're going to have a block in the back here. The interception should count, but I think Josiah Peoples.
I think there was a pass interference too. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll see what the Zebra squad says about this. I would imagine the interception should stand, but we'll see.
I thought it went right after the interception first.
Don't tell me they're going to erase it.
I think it's 50. I think it was pass interference.
Yep.
Pass
so
interference.
The interception does not count. So that'll put the Crusaders at the 44-yard line in their territory.
We had him triple covered back there too.
Johannes going to the far side, wrapped up around the legs and finally taken down, but looks like Johannes might have got about 6 yards out of that.
Looks like Tanette was in on that tackle. Came up strong, safety.
See if Northwest Christian can get off one more play. As the final seconds ticking away, 4 seconds left to go. And nope, the horn sounds. And that will do it for the first quarter of action. With our score, Prescott 14, Northwest Christian 6. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more from North Phoenix right after this.
I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
And we're back here at Northwest Christian High School. John Rust, Hall of Fame coach Lou Benetone joining me here. By the way, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Badger alum Steve Blair, owner of Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. Also, tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Badgers' biggest fans, the Prescott Unified School District, every child, every day. Support your Badgers with your Arizona tax credit. Go to PrescottSchools.com. And we'll see if this pass interference call that came against the Badgers is going to come back and bite them, Coach.
Yeah, we'll find that out real soon. Every penalty can be a big play for any man.
2nd and 5 for the Crusaders. Ball at the 48-yard line in their territory. Walwork dropping back under pressure. Walwork avoids a sack, throws. Oh, and the ball pops out of the hands of number 21, Nathan Johannes.
Oh, we get another penalty. Could be roughing the passer.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Well, we had almost a penalty-free game throughout the entire first quarter.
Roughing the passer.
And there's another first down for the Crusaders on a penalty. This is kind of what we saw last week at Thunderbird, where the penalties just started mounting and mounting for the Badgers.
30 yards right now.
1st and 10 from the 37. The ball is in Badger territory. Wall work from the gun. He's going to give that one to Johannes, and Johannes gets tripped up. Oh, breaks through the tackle, but a nice stop there by number 21, Adam Lloyd, to finish off Johannes.
Yeah, Adam came up, filled in really well, but they had him at the line there. He spun, staggered to the side, and Lloyd finished him off.
Actually going to be a loss of 1 on the play.
Yep.
2nd and 11 now. And we get another flag as Walwork completes that pass to number 11, Dre Bear. We'll see what the penalty is going to be.
It's going to be against offense, I would think. Let's see. What's the call?
False start against, false start against Northwest Christian.
I think this wide receiver jumped out here. That's where the flag kind of came.
So it's going to be 2nd and 16 now for Northwest Christian. The ball is now at their own 43-yard, or at the Badger 43-yard line, excuse me. 3 receivers out to the near side. Walwork dropping back, now being pressured, still running, throws the ball down the field. Diving attempt made by the receiver on the far side, but does not come up with it. That'll be an incompletion. That's going to bring up 3rd down for the Crusaders.
It's a good thing that receiver didn't come back. He had a lot of room to come back, but he stayed on his course. Walworth did a good job scrambling out there, though.
10:57 remaining in the second quarter. Walwork getting the offense set up here for the Crusaders. Actually 3 receivers now on the near side. Walwork turns and checks in with Johannes. He drops back, getting some good coverage there. Now the throw, and almost intercepted by Prescott. Either Uriah Tennett or Adam Lloyd had a hand on it, but they collided. Well, no interception, but pass play broken up. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, we got 21 limping off the field over here for us.
Oh, boy, that's Adam Lloyd.
Yep, he's limping off over
That
here.
is not the kind of guy you want to...
It could be just got kicked or something, a little temporary bruise.
Walwork with the punt, and that one's going to land out of bounds. And no chance for Uriah Tennett to return that. And
that was a good punt.
Yeah, especially since they kept it way away from Tennett. You don't want him to catch it.
Good old sideline kick. Look where it is. Oh, my goodness. 1 yard line. He kicked that with a beautiful punt.
Boy, oh boy, a lot of ground for the Badgers to make up here. They still have the lead. It's 14-6. Tennett from the gun. Tennett standing in the end zone. There's the give to the running back going up the middle, and he is swarmed by the Crusaders. Jacob Chamberlain, the ball carrier for Prescott.
It's a safe run. Just get out of that end zone, give you a little bit of breathing room. Picked up about 2 yards. Gives him a little bit of breathing room now.
Again, Tennett from the gun. Another run over to the far side and running out of bounds, Uriah Tennett. Uriah Tennett doing a good job putting on a burst of speed and going to be short of a first down by about 2 or 3 yards. 2 yards.
Third and about 2.
Pickup of 6 yards there by Tanette. 3rd and 2 now. Ball on the 8-yard line. Number 66, Cole Naylor, coming into the game for Prescott. Gunderman all by himself on the near side. Tanette has the ball, racing up the middle and gets tackled from behind. And I don't think Tanette had enough there for a first down.
No, he didn't.
In fact, I think he got knocked back for a loss.
Yep, it'd be 3rd and 3, so 4th and 3, excuse me. Still
So,
have 2, but it looks more like 3.
and Johan Gunderman going to come in and punt the ball away. Devin Helmer back to return the punt. He's standing at the Prescott 40-yard line. Low snap.
Oh.
High punt. Hits at the 40. Bounces to the 45 and bounces out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Hey, folks, stick with us for our halftime show. As coming up, we have a senior spotlight interview with Cool Breeze, Isaac Brazino. And we also have a halftime interview with Carly Molster of the Prescott girls golf team. That'll be on our halftime show. 9:20 left to go here in the second quarter. 14-6, Prescott on top. Wall work. Throws down the far side. There's the catch. And avoiding one tackle is the receiver. Doesn't avoid the second tackle. Helmer with the catch.
There's a trips right. There's a nice little cross pattern.
And I believe that was Brody Hanna with the tackle there.
Oh,
on
we
Helmer.
got somebody down over there.
And that is a Prescott player.
Can't get a number. Oh, is that one?
Josiah Peoples.
Nope.
And Peoples actually up and coming off under his own power, so it looks like he's okay. First down by the Crusaders.
Is he holding his hand? I can't tell for sure. Yep.
Now, hopefully Peoples going to be okay. We did see Adam Lloyd get dinged up earlier. And now Peoples holding that hand of his. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Last thing you want are guys like Peoples and Lloyd out of the lineup for an extended period. Bear with the ball, goes up the middle. And Josiah Peoples going over the trainer's table, and Peoples in some pain. In fact, he slams the trainer's table with his fists in frustration.
Oh, look at this.
And there's a run toward the end
Touchdown.
zone, and in there for the touchdown, Northwest Christian.
We had him, but we were tackling way too high. He took 3 or 4 guys with him in there.
I believe that was Landon Beckman who got the touchdown for Northwest Christian. And Northwest Christian, they are going to go for 2 here as the score is 14-12. Wallwork and his bunch hoping to tie things up here with 8:28 left to go in the second quarter. Wallwork looking, now throws to the end zone. There's the catch. And that is Helmer who makes it.
Quick out pattern. Well run, well thrown.
And we are all tied up at 14 with 8:28 left to go in the second quarter. We'll take a 30-second break here on our broadcast and be back with more right after this.
This is Steve Sischke with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Wander the Wild is the Highlands Center for Natural History's signature fundraising event. This year it will once again be a hybrid event with an online auction open to all from September 22nd to 28th and a live reception and auction on Sunday, September 29th from 2:30 to 5:30 on the beautiful grounds of the Windmill House in Chino Valley. All profits from the auction directly fund youth programs and scholarships to discover and explore our stunning Central Highlands. Go to highlandscenter.org for more info.
Back here at Northwest Christian High School, John Rust, Coach Lou Benetone with me. 14-14 our score, and on the sidelines, trainer Trent James is wrapping up Josiah Peoples' thumb. Hopefully he'll be okay. By the way, Adam Lloyd now back on the field for Prescott.
Yeah, I had a feeling he might have got kicked or something, got a little bruise, temporary thing. Or maybe even a cramp.
Either way, good to see Lloyd back there.
Yep.
In a game like this, you definitely want someone of his caliber on the field.
Oh, we can get a return here.
And that is Johan
Dangerous
Gunderman,
guy,
who puts
got
on
it.
some speed. And Gunderman able to get up close to the 30-yard line before he's finally stopped. Yeah, Gunderman looked like he halted for a second and then just put on a nice little burst of speed there.
Looked for that little center hole and headed for it.
So they're going to spot the ball at the 27-yard line. And now Lloyd coming off the field again. It looks like he's limping a little bit. Actually, Tanet going to hand off the ball to one of his running backs. Finds a little gap, then gets swarmed on. That's Isaac Brazino, who's going to be our senior spotlight at halftime. Cool breeze picking up about 3 yards, and Josiah Peoples back into the game now. Three-yard gain there by Brazino. 2nd and 7 for the Badgers. Ball on the 30-yard line. 7:49 remaining in the second quarter.
Okay, we got trips right.
There is the give. And Brazino again with the carry, and Brazino gets piled on by about 3 or 4 Crusaders. One of the guys in on that tackle, number 22, Timmy Sands. Also looked like number 35 for the Crusaders. Actually, correction, 25 that would be. Garrett Lentz also had a hand on that tackle. 3rd and 2 now for Prescott.
Okay, you got a full house back there.
Tanet with the handoff, and it looks like that's Adam Lloyd, I believe.
Yeah, he got enough.
Lloyd keeping those legs running, using that wrestler strength that he has to push forward and pick up the first down for the Badgers.
They did a shotgun formation. They had 3 backs, 2 lead backs, and Lloyd was right behind them.
Well, Lloyd and Peoples a little dinged up right now, but not dinged up enough to keep him out of the game, which is good news for Prescott. 1st and 10 from the 40.
Do it again, opposite side.
And a pretty decent run there by Isaac
Picked up
Brazino.
another 5. They're just using lead backs. And see if they do it again.
Brazino did have a touchdown run earlier in this game.
2 back set left. They're going to go to the left again.
That's going to be Chamberlain with the ball.
No, Chamberlain didn't hit. Josiah kept it. Faked it.
So Josiah picks up about 2 or 3 yards.
3rd and 5. Okay, now they're going to open up here. Let's see what they're doing. Twins right, twins left. No, trips left. Twins right.
Tanet throws down the far side of the field, and pass complete to Josiah Peoples, and it looks like Joe Flya got just enough for a first down.
Yeah, another good pattern, another good throw too.
First catch of the night for Peoples. 1st and 10, ball at the 49 inside Northwest Christian territory with 5:26 left to go in the second quarter.
Okay, we got quads right.
Tanet keeps the ball himself, breaks to the far side, makes a cut, and dives over the 45-yard line for a gain of about 4 or 5.
We're trying to overload one side. We had quads on the right side, and Josiah went left. Matched up. I picked up 5. Just match him up with some guys and let him do the field.
And the Badgers not wasting any time here to get their plays off. 4:49 left to go in the second quarter. Score is knotted at 14 all.
Okay, twins right, twins left. Fullback set.
And there is the give, run up the middle. And Adam Lloyd picking up about 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, 3rd and about 1.
Third and 1 now for the Badgers.
Okay, we're probably going to go the right side here. We got a 2-back set right with a tailback. And there we go.
There's the give. Brazino with it. Brazino scoots by 1 tackle, falls forward, and that should be good enough for a Badger first down, courtesy of Cool Breeze, Isaac Brazino. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. .340 remaining in the second stanza.
Trips left.
Tennette.
Slip screen.
Rolling to the far side. Under pressure. Now avoids the sack. And Tennette now going to throw that one away. Peoples was in the vicinity of the ball. That'll go down as an incomplete as Tennette able to avoid the sack. Bring up 2nd and 10 now for Prescott. Hey, by the way, folks, I want to remind you that tonight's game is sponsored by Prescott True Value, locally owned and operated since 1982. There's so much more than a hardware store. Again, 2nd and 10, ball at the 37-yard line for Prescott.
Okay, we're going to go trips left again. Wide receiver right.
Gunderman all by his lonesome on the near side. Peoples in motion. The give is to Lloyd. Lloyd bursting up the middle, and Lloyd flung to the ground. And that is big, number 60, Ben Parsons.
Good-sized boy in the middle there. Number 60.
Looks like pickup of about 5 there by Lloyd. 3rd and 5 for the Badgers. Adam Lloyd, I'll tell you that Parsons flinging him like that, Lloyd probably thought he was back on the wrestling mat.
Yeah, it was a good takedown, but Lloyd got some yards out of it.
Allen in motion. Tennette fakes the give, looking, throwing to the near side, and that ought to be pass interference there as number 1, Trace Martin, had a hold of Johan Gunderman's sleeve. I mean, a fistful of sleeve right there, but no flag. So this will bring up 4th down, and the Badgers talking over what they want to do. And yeah, Prescott's going to take a timeout and consider things here. While we have a timeout, I want to remind you that Badger football is sponsored in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals in Prescott, Chino, Dewey, the Verde Valley, and Flagstaff, where good enough just isn't. 2:52 left to go here in the second quarter. We're all tied up, 14-14. Halftime show coming up for you here. Also coming up for you tomorrow morning, Tri-City Sports Roundup. And we're going to have members of the Embry-Riddle women's soccer team on the show. Along with Coach Todd Poitras. We will be joined by Tessa Updegraff and Prescott High School alum Carrie Cassoon will be on the show with us tomorrow.
It's going to be great.
Carrie Cassoon, the cousin of Prescott football's Cooper Cassoon, and Carrie's probably watching or listening to our broadcast right now. Hey, Carrie, we'll see you tomorrow in the studio.
All right.
Big 4th down play coming up here for the Badgers.
Tailback 2 wings, and we got switching back. Oh, the old wishbone. Out of shotgun. Wishbone out of shotgun.
And there's the give to, faking the give to Lloyd. Tennette still has the ball. Tennette making the turn, and Tennette is hit and taken down before he can get the first down. Well, Prescott trying a little bit of fakery here, but unfortunately for them, it didn't work, and the Crusaders will take over on downs.
I thought out of that formation they might try the option. Been there a long time. Long time since I saw the wishbone. They've done a couple things tonight. The option, they got a wishbone showing up in there.
Lockie Wallwork back out on the field, leading the offense. Low snap, fakes the give. Now Wallwork flings it to the far side. Catch made by number 2, Brooks Martin. Martin taking it down the far side, run out of bounds, and that will be more than enough for a Crusader first down.
Wallwork's doing a good job. I mean, he's composed back there, on target with his passes. Good receivers out there. We had coverage on him.
And we're going to get a flag thrown here.
So they're going to be offensive.
As Johannes got the ball, then got tackled.
See what they call illegal block? I don't know. Let me see. Low block, illegal block. What do we got?
I think we might have an illegal substitution here, Coach. Yep.
Oh.
Oh, actually, the call's against Prescott.
Yeah. See, I saw the action over there, but then I saw the flag, so I don't know how that guy saw that. But from there, I guess he's got the angle to see it.
1st and 5 now for the Crusaders. Ball at the 40 in Badger territory. Johannes with the ball. Johannes going up the middle, and Johannes wrapped up still on his feet and finally dragged down as Johannes just keeping his legs moving, and that's going to be good enough for a Crusader first down.
He picked up about 8 yards on that. I mean, he was dragging people again. We got to hit this guy lower. This Johannes, you got to hit him low.
Johannes goes 6 foot, 175 pounds, some pretty decent size there on him.
He keeps his feet moving, and that's what a back does. You got to hit him, take his feet out.
And now we get whistles on the play.
Timeout.
A timeout called by Prescott.
Gather them a little bit, compose them.
While we have this time, let's go to our Tri-City scoreboard. And, well, some big doings for the Chino Valley boys soccer team as they began the Chino Cup tournament today. And how about this, Chino Valley beating Williams 10-1 and shutting out Blue Ridge 6-0. Also, the Prescott cross-country team was in action at the Oho Roho tournament over in Chandler today. Prescott boys coming in 13th place. By the way, a correction on this. I said that Carrie Kassoon is Cooper Kassoon's cousin. It's actually her brother.
Okay, yeah.
This comes from
Gotta
Sherry.
keep those Kassoons in order. There's so many of them.
I know.
It's like the Littles last week. We were 11 Littles.
I can barely keep my own family members straight. I got to do it for someone else. Anyway, thank you, Sherry Hanna, for correcting me on that. Appreciate it. Another give to
That's
Johannes.
a good tackle.
Yeah,
They hit him at the waist and the thighs and took him down.
And that was Brody Hanna,
Yep.
Sherry's grandson who did that.
Yeah.
Like you said, Coach, a great tackle there and a loss of about 2 on that play.
They hit him right where he needed to hit. Take him down, wrap him.
Wall work, looking, throwing to the far side, leaping, catch, and I don't think the receiver got it. Nope. Actually looked like it popped out of his hand, so incomplete pass there.
3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 11.
Ball is on the Prescott 34-yard line. $1:09 left to go in the second quarter. We're all tied up at 14. Northwest Christian looking to change that. Wall work looking to the sideline. And Coach David Innes getting the signals. Line drive throw, it's caught, and a big tackle made on the receiver. And that was number 12, Kenny Miller-Terry.
4th and about 3. They're going to go for it here. Yeah, 4th and 3.
45 seconds left to go in the first half. Big play coming up here for Wallwork and the Crusaders. Wallwork dropping back, has good protection, throwing toward the end zone. Overthrows his intended receiver. Ball intended for number 11, Dre Bear.
But he was open. He was open, but it overthrown.
Yeah, overthrown by maybe a good 4 or 5 yards.
Yep.
So the Badgers able to hold off the Crusader onslaught. And we're still tied at 14, and now the Badgers have 34 seconds to try to do something before they head into the locker room, which hopefully is air-conditioned, like the restrooms are here. I don't know if I've ever been to a school that had air-conditioned restrooms.
Not outside.
Yeah. I was like, why
maybe
can't
in a gym, but not outside.
I was like, why can't we broadcast the game from inside the restroom? That'd be nice. Tenet from the gun, Lloyd in motion.
Try to air it out.
We got a flag on the play.
Airing it out. Coming across.
Yeah, there's a catch by Peoples, and that's probably not even going to count. Well, we'll see what the call is. Again, we did have a flag on the play. And the official.
He's walking the ball back. Illegal procedure, something. It's going to be.
Yeah, we haven't got a sign from the official on what that penalty was, but either way, it's going to be on Prescott.
What are you calling?
We're still waiting.
He's walked way across the field before he made his call. Okay, what is it?
We still don't have any false start.
False start. We could have done that while he was walking across the field. Yeah.
So 1st and 15 now for the Badgers. They have the ball at their own 20.
Still going to try to go for a big one.
Tenet now going to take off. Throws the ball to the far side, and it is caught by Peoples, who's wrapped up around the ankles and dropped around the 45-yard line.
It's okay. We picked up big yardage. 15 seconds left. We're going to have to start going for that little goal line down there. Watch for Gunderman.
About a 25-yard pass play. Tenacious T to Joe Flya.
Okay, they got trips.
Tenet rolling.
Give him some room. They got
Gunderman is breaking free. The throw to Gunderman. He catches the ball, and Gunderman into the end zone for the touchdown. For a second, I thought that ball would have been intercepted, but Gunderman gets it in his hands and goes into the end zone for the score.
That was great focus on his part. The hands were up, went through the defender's hands, and right into his.
A 55-yard touchdown play. Uriah Tenet to Johan Gunderman.
I called Gunderman, didn't I?
And now Gunderman, well, he's just going to do everything. He's going to catch the touchdown pass and now kick the extra point. And the extra point is, as usual, good. And we're going to keep it here with just 5 seconds left to go in the first half. 21-14, Badgers on top. And Coach, talk about a great spark to take with you into the locker room for halftime.
Yeah, 25 seconds or whatever it was, and we marched it right on down.
And there were two guys in the area of Johan Gunderman. Like I said, for a second, I thought Northwest Christian was going to intercept that pass.
I thought at least knock it down. His hands were up there, ball went right by him and into Gunderman. He stayed focused on the ball.
Yeah, man, oh, man. You give credit to Uriah Tenet threading the needle like that on that pass to get that ball to Gunderman.
They did a good job blocking for him. They had trips right, and he rolled out behind that wall, and they isolated Gunderman.
Coach, you think I should put this on the highlight package for Monday?
I would.
Yeah, I think this counts as a good highlight.
Yeah.
So now the Crusaders have 5 seconds left to try to respond to Prescott. A 55-yard touchdown pass to net to Gunderman. And Johan Gunderman, well, Johan Gunderman just doing everything right now, except he doesn't like the way the tee is looking right now and finally has it to where he wants it. Johan Gunderman catching touchdown passes, kicking extra points. Now he's going to do the kickoff. He's probably going to fill the water jugs too, and that kick, little squibber there, picked up by number 1, Trace Martin, and Martin just going to be swarmed by the Badgers. About 5 Badgers pile on top of Martin, and that's all she wrote for the first half of our game. Our score, as both the Badgers and Crusaders head into the locker room, Prescott 21, Northwest Christian 14. Stick with us for our halftime show. You're listening to Badger Football on the News, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA, where the time is 7:56. After we come back from our break, it'll be the Senior Spotlight with Isaac Brazino, then our halftime interview with Prescott girls golf player Carly Molster. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back after this.
Savings are in full view with great discounts on our American-made blinds and shutters here at Blind Brothers Arizona. Hi, this is Jeremy, and if your window treatments are in need of an upgrade, then now is the time to shop with us during our 45th anniversary sale. Save on Hunter Douglas and Lafayette product lines with a variety of blinds, shutters, and custom fabrics. Whether you've been with us since the beginning or just moved to town, we invite you to celebrate this milestone with us. Book a free consultation today and visit blindbrothersaz.com.
Welcome to another edition of Senior Spotlight. I'm John Rust, and joining me tonight.
I feel like if we just fix all those, then we could be one of the best teams in 4A this year.
And tonight, another big challenge for you guys as you take on Northwest Christian, and your thoughts on what it's going to take to beat those guys.
I think we're going to have to play just as good as we did against Thunderbird and even better. There's going to be adversity again because it's a Valley team, and I feel like I've watched a lot of film on them. I know they're good. They're probably one of the best teams in 4A this year, and I think if we play our best game, everyone plays their best game at the same time, we could easily beat them.
All right, well, let's get to know you a little bit better here, Isaac. First off, what got you interested in playing football?
I got interested in playing football with my brother. My brother was played here all 4 years, and then I kind of just started playing Pee Wee football and youth football. I played with a lot of friends like Adam Lloyd, Wyatt Pierce. During that time, we all grew up together playing, and then it just got me interested because my brother played.
What was the best game you ever had?
My sophomore year when we played Bradshaw, I think that was my best game I ever had on defense. Had a lot of tackles, and that game was really good.
Where was the worst place you ever played?
I'd probably say Bradshaw. I don't like playing at Bradshaw. I like playing them here.
What other sports do you do besides football?
I wrestle and I run track.
Who is your favorite professional athlete?
I'd say my favorite professional athlete is probably Tom Brady, just because I've watched a lot of podcasts and stuff, and got a lot of motivation from his podcast and stuff. So I'd say Tom Brady, yeah.
Who is your favorite professional sports team?
Pittsburgh Steelers by far.
What's your favorite subject in school?
Probably history.
What's your favorite thing about going to Prescott High School?
Just the environment, the teachers, the sports staffs we have here, just all the opportunity we have here, and just a good school, good field, good weight rooms. I'd say that.
Who's your favorite musician or band?
I'd say Gunna.
What's your favorite movie?
I'd probably say Hacksaw Ridge.
What's your favorite food?
In-N-Out by far.
What do you like to do when you're not playing football?
I like to spend time with family, go to the gym a lot, and then be with friends, and go home and play Rainbow Six Siege.
And finally, what are your plans for after graduation?
I plan on playing football or track somewhere that I get my best offer for. And then right now I've been looking to run track at U of A. But I really wanted to play football in college, so I'm still going to keep that on the table and see where I get offered from this year, see where that goes.
Okay, well, Isaac, I want to thank you very much for joining us here tonight on Senior Spotlight.
Thank you.
Did you know that Prescott True Value has a new department with its own building? That's right, Last Chance Clearance Center is now open in the historic gas station adjacent to Prescott True Value. A one-of-a-kind bargain center with everything 50% to 90% off. That's right, everything is at least 50% off, all the way to 90% off. Last Chance Clearance Center is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 5. Stop in and check out all the amazing bargains right next door to Prescott True Value at 826 Miller Valley Road in Prescott.
Welcome to our halftime interview where we feature one of the other sports teams at Prescott High School. And tonight, our focus is on the Prescott girls golf team. And joining me is one of their players, it's Carly Molster. Carly, thanks for being with us.
So happy to be here.
So, Carly, we are still early in the season for the Lady Badgers, but so far, so good. You've won some big matches already. Just your thoughts on the early season success of the Lady Badgers.
Yeah, we have a lot of great girls out and one of the bigger programs in Arizona, so we're just really grateful to have some success right off the bat. Good start.
So what do you think are some of the reasons why Prescott has been so successful here in the first month of the season?
With new coaching and a lot of great girls on the team, we just have no bumps, everything, every day. We're just all very happy to be here and very eager to learn.
First few weeks of the season, but I'm sure there are some areas of the game you and the team would like to improve on. So what are some of those areas?
I think the hardest part of golf is all the etiquette that follows it. We have girls with great swings, but sometimes the etiquette's hard, so that's something we're always learning.
And this is a year where you have a new head coach, and that's Justin Henderson taking over for Deb Fitzgerald, who'd been at the helm for quite a few years. Talk about what that adjustment was like, getting used to a new head coach.
For me, it was pretty easy because Justin was my previous coach for the PGA Junior League. But I know for the other girls, it's been a pretty smooth transition, and we have a lot of new girls out here who didn't have a previous coach. So Justin's been doing really great, I think, and he has really good coaching experience.
So what was it that made you get interested in playing golf in the first place?
I started at a really young age to play an individual sport because I was having problems on a soccer team. And I think that's the love for golf, is that you are in control of your own score.
Girls golf team probably doesn't get the spotlight like a lot of other sports. So what do some of your classmates say to you when they find out that you're playing for the Prescott girls golf team?
Yeah, all of the girls are really proud to be out here, and we are definitely always trying to talk about it, always trying to get our name out there. And I think it's recognition that goes unnoticed throughout the entire nation at this point. No one knew who was in the Olympics this year, for example, for women's golf. So it's just something we try to change piece by piece.
And, of course, you got a couple more matches coming up over the next few weeks, including one, I believe, on the 19th over at the Prescott Country Club. So just your thoughts on how you feel Prescott is going to be doing here in your future competitions.
Yeah, we're already ranked pretty high, and so I feel really confident in where our team will go and how we'll finish for the end of the season.
All right, well, Carly, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on tonight's halftime show, and best of luck to you and the rest of the Prescott girls golf team.
Thank you so much.
It's Gina with the City of Prescott. It's time for this year's bulk item collection event, and we'll be coming through your neighborhood to collect those items that are too big for your regular trash bins beginning August 19th through October 4th. Remember to bag, box, bundle, and tie your items. Place them neatly at the curb by 6 a.m. of your designated Monday. To find out your week for this special event, go to PrescottRecycles.com. Bulk item collection is exclusive to residential trash customers. Commercial businesses and communities on dumpsters are not eligible.
And we are back here at Northwest Christian High School. John Rust with you, along with Prescott Hall of Fame coach Lou Benetone. It is a 21-14 lead for the Badgers. And, Coach, certainly a much better performance by the Badgers here in this game than they had last week. We mentioned the pregame show how discipline was going to be one of the keys in this game, and something that I'm sure Coach Cody Collette and his staff have really been drilling into the Badgers after what happened last week at Thunderbird. And it looks like we are. Yeah, there have been a few penalties tonight, but I think we're seeing a much more disciplined Prescott team than we saw last week just a few miles away over at Thunderbird High School.
Yeah, they've made some adjustments, and they're making very few penalties. That's helping, but they made some adjustments on the blocking to give Tanette some more time to pass. And they ran trips and ran behind him and let him throw. So they're protecting him much more. And that's one of their goals they want to do, protect him, get the ball out to Gunderman. And the backs have been running hard. The new line up front with Cassoon and Pierce and Gray and them up there, they're doing a good job.
Yeah, and of course, Prescott getting some really good work here by Uriah Tanette. 55-yard touchdown throw over to Johan Gunderman. And also Tanette with a 7-yard touchdown run as well. Then, of course, you had Isaac Brazino getting the game going with a 2-yard touchdown run. Meanwhile, over on the Crusaders side of the ledger, you had 1-yard touchdown.
This is Ann Wilson with Yavapai County Food Bank. No one should ever go to bed hungry.
And then I believe it was Helmer who had a touchdown run for him as well. So that's where we are. That's where we stand right now. 21-14, our score here in halftime. Little under 7 minutes left to go before the start of the second half. And, of course, Northwest Christian, we've seen them. They even, like I said in the pregame, Coach, even though they lost 19 seniors to graduation last year. Still a ton of talent out on the field. And you can only imagine what Coach David Innes is talking to them about in the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, the big plays, 3 big plays put us in the end zone. And we got our good athletes. Our good athletes came in, made the plays. And the line held their own, give it time for the passes. I'm sure he's telling the boys they're in this game, which they are.
Oh, yeah.
Their offense is powerful. You never know. They move the ball well. The receivers catch. The quarterback throws well. Johannes is a tough running back. So they've moved the ball a lot on this field. So it's going to be an interesting – they get the ball, I think, when we come back out. So they're going to try to punch it in and get back in this game with the tie.
All right. Well, hey, folks, let's give you a rundown here on our Tri-City scoreboard. Show you what we got here at halftime. Bradshaw Mountain is trailing Moon Valley. The score there 9-0, a low-scoring game, and the struggles continue for Coach Bob Young and his Bears.
Boy, I tell you what, Moon Valley's lost 2 of their games by big scores, I think. And I thought, Bradshaw was going to do well against them, but sounds like they're still having their little struggles, and I'm sure Bob can go first 4 games, lose them all, and then win 6 straight.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see, but it sounds like they're really struggling for these first 3 games.
Yeah. Well, like you said, Coach, I mean, the legend that Bob Young is, I'm sure he'll find a way to straighten out the Bears by the time we see them in action over at Bradshaw Mountain High School next month.
Yeah, you never know. Like I said, we don't know the dynamics of what's causing the problems on the team right now. But I'm sure Bob is analyzing them with his staff, and they're going to come up with some corrections.
Also, Chino Valley, they're here in the Valley tonight. They're playing over at Maryville. We do not have a score on that game. Also, Mare, they're in action against El Capitan tonight. They're back up in the Tri-City area, hosting them. Excuse me. Also, other football going on tonight. Well, the U of A is in action. They're taking on K-State. And in the 4th quarter, Kansas State with a 31-7 lead over the U of A. And for anyone interested in football north of the border in the Canadian Football League right now, the Toronto Argonauts are leading the BC Lions 9-0. Not sure how many Canadian Football League fans we have out there, but for the handful we have out there, you're welcome.
That's right, John. Be broad in your broadcast.
Hey, actually, I've listened to quite a few Canadian Football League games, man. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Also, Arizona Diamondbacks, they're trailing the Milwaukee Brewers 2-1 in the 5th inning of that game. And a couple other scores to give you. Chino Valley Boys Soccer, they began the Chino Cup tonight, and 2 big wins for the Cougars as they just decimated Williams, 10-1 the final score there. Also a 6-0 shutout win over Blue Ridge. And then the Prescott Prescott cross country team, they were in action at the Oho Roho Invitational earlier this afternoon. And the Prescott boys coming in 13th in that meet. And Prescott boys cross country, they've got a lot of really good athletes on that team. That is definitely going to be a team to keep an eye on. Also a team to keep an eye on is the brand new flag football team at Prescott High School. In fact, the girls flag football team, they have their first game of the season coming up September 17th. That's going to be home versus Boulder Creek, and certainly just something that a lot of us Badger fans can look forward to.
Yeah, it should be fun. It's just something new for the community and something new for the school, so it's going to be a fun event for them.
Yeah, and I got to catch a little bit of the scrimmage that they had earlier, yesterday afternoon, and things are looking good for the Prescott flag football team. Also, Bradshaw Mountain and Mare, they are also going to be in action with flag football. So really nice to see that sport catching on in Arizona high school sports.
Yeah, the more activities we can get for our kids, keep them physically fit, the better. So it's good creation.
Also, another score to bring you here, folks. Embry-Riddle Volleyball. They're actually down in this area tonight. In fact, they're playing their first ever GSAC matchup. Again, Embry-Riddle, new members of the GSAC. They're taking on Ottawa University right now, and that match is tied 2-2. So there you have it, our Tri-City scoreboard. Hopefully we can bring you more scores later in the game. Meanwhile, here on the campus of Northwest Christian, 21-14, our score in favor of Prescott. Northwest Christian, a school that opened in 1980, and Coach, kind of hidden amongst the suburbs here in northern Phoenix. In fact, it was funny when this is our very first time on the campus of Northwest Christian. When we were coming down here, we return on to 43rd Avenue, and we're driving around, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just look for football lights. If I see the football lights, we're in good shape. Hey, there are football lights. I turn down a road. I'm thinking, okay, we're going to be at Northwest Christian soon. Instead, we wound up at Greenway High School.
Yeah, it's right before Greenway High School, hidden back in the little cubby.
And
all the years I came down here and played at Greenway, I never knew this school was here.
And I mean, the schools are separated by barely a mile.
Not even that, yep.
And I'm with you. I'm like, I don't know how many times I've been to Greenway High School, and I never knew that Northwest Christian was just a stone's throw away from them.
No, I did not at all. And they got some, they've had good teams here, baseball, football, everything. It's a well-known school, but I never even thought I wanted to look to see where they were. They were 2A most of the time, and we were 4A and stuff like that. So, but man, I tell you what, when I found out they were in Greenway's backyard, it was very surprising to me.
Yeah. And of course, in fact, Northwest Christian football team, they were the state champions in the 3A conference in 2018. If I remember right, Northwest Christian, I believe, for a time, they played in the same region with Chino Valley.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they were 3A, and they got a 2A population, but their program was so well, the AIA has put them in a 4A bracket.
Mm-hmm. And, well, along with the football team having a lot of success, you just look across the end zone here, and right over the fence you have the baseball field, and Northwest Christian's baseball team, 5-time state champions.
Yeah, they have a very good, successful program here, and they recruit well, and they get good ball players. Even last year, some of the boys on the football team, I think one of them's at Grand Canyon College playing. Yeah. He was a pitcher, throwing like 93 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, of course, last year was a great year for the Crusaders. They went 9-3 on the season, and they went to the Elite Eight of state, lost to Micah Mountain. And, again, even though they lost so many seniors, coaches, we saw tonight, they definitely have some really great players out there. In fact, you look at their first two games, they really gave a good show against Walden Grove, beating them 21-16. Very competitive game. Last week, not so competitive against Saguaro. Saguaro with an H, not with a G.
Tucson.
Why do we have two schools in Arizona named Saguaro, separated by a G and an H?
You got to have one down in Tucson. You got to have one in Phoenix.
I guess so.
I guess say Scottsdale.
But I'll tell you that game last week with Saguaro, 42-7, the final score in that one.
And Saguaro used to be a tough school, but a lot of the recruiting and then the number of schools that are built up in Tucson, they just can't get the athletes that they've had in the past.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, our game here tonight, 21-14 the score. So we could have a game go right down the wire. By the way, before we get back to our action, want to give a shout out to one of the biggest fans that Badger football has, and that, of course, is Cal Cordes. He's back in Prescott listening to our game tonight. So, Cal, hope you're doing well and hope we're entertaining you. I'm sure Cal is entertained with the score 21-14.
I met Cal in 1971. I was a student teacher, and I was a freshman football coach at West Flag Junior High, and Prescott came to play us, and here walks in Big Cal, Don Peterson. First time I met him, then a year later, next fall, I was coaching at Prescott with him.
Wonder if Cal's talking to his radio right now and giving Prescott advice on what to do in the second half.
I'm sure he is.
It would surprise me if he wasn't doing that.
No, he's very knowledgeable in all sports.
Oh, heck yeah.
Pick things apart. And
well, there was a reason why he was one of the first people inducted into the legacy category of the Prescott Hall of Fame.
Yep. Good man.
Oh, heck yeah. And we're just about ready to get started with half number 2 here from Northwest Christian High School. Prescott will kick away. Northwest Christian will receive. 21-14 is our score, and I guess we're just waiting for the final seconds to tick off the scoreboard here. And then we can get back to football. Johan Gunderman will kick it away for the Badgers. Kick by Gunderman, and that one is going to land in the end zone. And the Crusaders will start from their own 20-yard line. And every single week, Coach, I am just more and more impressed by the kicking, by the kicking game of Johan Gunderman.
Yeah, he's got a good leg, not only for point afters, but also on kickoffs. And he's quick and fast, too.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of speed.
Lockie Wallwork back out on the field to lead the Northwest Christian offense.
They got twins right, wide receiver left.
NWC now moving right to left across your radio dial or screen, depending on how you're following us. Looks like that's Johannes with the ball. Johannes breaks free from a couple of tackles and finally stopped and taken to the ground.
Picked up 12 yards. He hits that hole, and he just turns on the afterburners. Good running back.
Johannes' opposite number, Adam Lloyd, stopping him on that one. And again, Johannes with the ball, dashing down the far side, and Johannes might have gotten another first down before he's tripped up and thrown out of bounds. And I think another 12-yard run there by Nathan Johannes.
He's like Little last week. He's a workhorse. They're going to give, as long as he can get 10, 12 yards of whack, they're going to keep him going.
Johannes with 113 yards and a touchdown on the ground last week versus Saguaro.
Wow, they got quads left. This is interesting.
Along with Johannes out there in the receiver position.
Yep.
Wallwork with the pitch to Helmer. Helmer making the turn and wrapped up by Adam Lloyd. And then two more Badgers come in to finish the job. Looks like number 13 for Prescott. That's Rutger Funk bringing down the funk and the tackle. So a 5-yard gain there by Helmer.
Second and about 5, 4.
Wallwork throws to the far side, and that is caught by number 11, Dre Bear. Bear still on his feet. Oh, we got a flag come flying way in from the back.
That was a swing pass, but there may have been an illegal block.
I'm going to give it up to the referee because he has a good arm. Look how far he flung that flag, man. I bet he was a quarterback back in the day.
What did he call?
Personal foul against Prescott.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Well,
are you kidding me?
This is what kind of doomed Prescott. We don't know what the personal foul was, but this is kind of what doomed Prescott in the fourth quarter last week.
Well, I always want that number immediately from that official so I can pull that kid and have a little talk.
Run again by Johannes. Breaks free of a couple tackles, still on his feet. Finally tripped up. And boy, oh boy, we're kind of getting flashbacks of Elijah Little from last week. Johannes just hitting the hole and slipping through tackles.
He is, like I said, a tough running back. They're not hitting him low enough. He's getting through.
First and 10 from the 17-yard line in Prescott territory. 10 minutes left to go in the third stanza. And there is the give, and that is, I think, that's not Johannes who had the ball. Couldn't pick up the number on that one.
I
think that was number 4 who had the carry there.
Was that number 8? Is that an 8?
Might have been 4. Might have been Heisman.
I saw 8 come up out of there. So I thought it was my turn in the rate.
Either way, it's a loss of 2, so it's second and 12 now from the 19-yard line. Wallwork dropping back, now airs it out, and that one is caught by the Crusaders near the end zone. Taken down is the receiver.
He's like on about 2-yard line, I'm guessing. I can't tell.
I think that might be Helmer who caught that ball.
It was a great catch.
It was.
Devin out pattern, he caught it and gained some more yards.
Devin Helmer with the catch. First and goal from the 4-yard line. And there's a run by Wallwork. Wallwork going to be run out of bounds. Last shove there by Brody Hanna. Not sure if he gained any yards on that
it
one.
looks like he's about the 1 yard line. 2 yard line?
Yeah, they're going to say a 2 yard gain.
I'm surprised they didn't get to Johannes just plowing. They are now.
And Johannes into the end zone for the touchdown. O-line creating a nice gap there for Nathan Johannes. And it's a 1-point game, 21-20, pending the extra point.
It was a 3-minute drive. Big yard, topped off with, unfortunately, a penalty of 15, so.
Cameron Main now coming in for the point after. Main had one of his PATs blocked earlier in this game. There's the kick. And Cameron Main sends that one down on Main Street. 9:14 left to go in the third quarter, and we're all tied up for the second time tonight. It's 21-21. We'll take a 30-second break and be back right after this.
This is Ann Wilson with Yavapai County Food Bank. No one should ever go to bed hungry, but with inflation on the rise, the need is greater than ever. Did you know that you can make a real impact and get an end-of-the-year tax credit for your generosity? $400 single and $800 married. Call 928-775-5255 today to donate to the Yavapai County Food Bank. Help us feed the hungry, support your community, and make a difference. That's 928-775-5255. Yavapai County Food Bank. Together, we can change lives.
Welcome back to Northwest Christian High School. John Rust, Lou Benetone with you. We're all tied up 21-21. Great drive put on there by Northwest Christian, ending in a 2-yard touchdown run by who else? Nathan Johannes.
And they marched the ball really well. They had mixed up plays and executed well.
And
that could
kick
be a return.
Yep.
I can't believe they're giving it to him.
Johan Gunderman gets wrapped up around the ankles and dropped.
He caught that about the 1 yard line, maybe the 2.
Looks like that was Brooke Martin who got the final stop there on Gunderman. So 9:08 left to go in the third quarter, 21-21 the score. Badgers look like they have the ball inside the 25-yard line. Actually, it's going to be on the 23-yard line. Here comes the run for Prescott right up the middle and stopped by Northwest Christian. Number 76, Nick Boschma, in on the tackle.
Big boy. Coach complimented him a lot. So he's a really good man, good player right up front.
Adam Lloyd, the ball carrier, gains about 3 yards on that play. Lloyd with 67 rushing yards tonight for Prescott. Tenet from the gun. He's going to give that. No, Tenet going to keep it. Tenet going to roll. Now Tenet going to run. And Tenet's got a big gap. Slips through one tackle. Now Tenet on the far side of the field. Tenet still on his feet on the sidelines. Now run out of bounds. And a big first down by Tenacious T.
Yeah, picked up close to 20 yards on that, I think. Good blocking again by that line up front. And good scrambling. I mean, the kid's a scrambler. Reads the field really well.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Ball still in Badger territory. Kenny Miller-Terry out to the near side for the Badgers.
Okay, we got trips right, trips left.
And Tenet hands the ball off
to
Adam. No, that's the reverse, and it's Josiah Peoples at the ball, but it looks like the Crusader defense read that really well. Number 25, Garrett Lentz, in on the tackle there for Northwest Christian. No gain on that play. Going to be 2nd and 10 now for Prescott with 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 21-21 our score. As they used to say in my Ace Combat video game, we got ourselves a dog fight. Tenet giving the ball to Lloyd. Lloyd gets tripped up around the ankles. And again, it's number 25, Garrett Lentz.
And 76 was in there with him again. Big old Nick.
And it looks like pickup of 2 on the play by Lloyd, going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Pretty much got an 8-man front on defense. He's got 3 down linemen, nose guard, 2 tackles, and he's got 4 linebackers. A couple corners, couple safeties.
Tenet from the gun. He steps back. Short pass to Gunderman. Gunderman breaks through a couple of tackles, slips through a pair of defenders, and Johan Gunderman picking up the first down.
Good pattern, good throw. Good pass protection.
Impressive catch there by Gunderman, and an impressive throw by Uriah Tenet as well.
That's good. Gunderman, he picks up yards after he catches too, so that's critical.
Badgers now with the ball in Crusader territory. Tenet going to pitch that one out to Brazino. Brazino wrapped up around the ankles, thrown to the ground at the 44-yard line. Pickup of about 1 on the play by Cool Breeze. Second and 9 now for Prescott. 6:15 to go in the third quarter. We're all tied up 21-21. Three receivers out to the near side. Tenet from the gun. Kenny Military in motion. Tenet going to roll. Got some pressure now, throwing down the middle, and caught by Josiah Peoples, and Joe Flyer gonna waltz into the end zone for the touchdown, and throws a kiss to the goal post for good measure.
He was well covered by the defender, and the defender caught up on his feet and tripped, leaving Josiah wide open.
A 44-yard touchdown pass, Tenacious T to Joe Flyer. And now Johan Gunderman for the PAT. Kick is up. And once again, Gunderman perfecto on his PATs. 5:51 left to go in the third quarter. Our score, Prescott 28 and Northwest Christian 21. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this.
I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
Back here at Northwest Christian High School, John Rust, Lou Benetone with you. 28-21 is the score. Badgers on top after a big 44-yard pass from Uriah Tenet to Josiah Peoples, and Peoples taking that sucker into the end zone.
Again, good protection for Josiah to get that off.
Kick by Gunderman. That should land in the end zone.
He's psyched up for that kick.
Lockie Wallwork coming back onto the field with Northwest Christian, trying to respond to that touchdown pass from Tenet to Peoples. Northwest Christian 2-0 on the season. The Badgers 1-1. Wallwork scrambling a little now, rolling to the far side, avoids one sack, still on his feet. There's a throw, and wide open is Helmer. Helmer slips through one tackle. Cooper Kassoon gets a hand on him, throws Helmer to the ground. Oh, Coach, Helmer was all by his lonesome in the middle of the field. Talk about an easy target for Wallwork.
They had Wallwork back there, and he spun off that. Somebody had him, and he spun off it. I thought he was going to go down. Whoop, what do we got? What do we got?
Well, we got a flag on the play.
He just did it.
So looked like a false start against Northwest Christian. There's a throw down the far side of the field, and nope.
He's got an arm, but he had to just overthrew him again. Guy was open, just overthrew him. Kid's got an arm, though.
Oh, heck yeah.
Surprised he tried to go deep, just whittle away a little bit more here.
2nd and 15 now for Northwest Christian. They have the ball at their own 42.
Okay, you got trips left. Shotgun tailback.
Waller. Oh, the throw is batted. It's Brody Hanna who came in there, and he swatted that ball like Godzilla swats model fighter planes. What a pass deflection there by Brody Hanna.
That was great. He came through on a blitz and got his hands up, made a good block.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 15 now for Northwest Christian. Walworth going to try his darndest to keep this drive going. He rolls out to the near side, throws down the near side, and throws it out of bounds. And again, Coach, another demonstration of he's got a great arm, but sometimes just a little too much spicy mustard on that throw.
He rolled left when he's a right-hander. Had to adjust, and the receiver is right down the sideline, so that was a tough one to throw when you're running right. You're running left, and you're a right-hand quarterback. Good defense, though. Good defense.
4th and 15 now for the Crusaders. They're going to punt the ball away. Back to return it, Uriah Tennett.
Oh,
there's the punt. Almost blocked.
He took too much time there.
Tennett calls for a fair catch. And unlike we saw last week, this time the fair catch got caught.
Yeah,
they didn't get caught last week by Thunderbird, and because of that, Wyatt Pierce pounced on it for the recovery.
Yep. Tried to catch it over his head instead of a basket catch, and that's not a way to do a punt. Okay, let's see what Prescott's got going again here.
Josh Metzger, the punter for Northwest Christian.
Did a nice job. He punted 40-some yards at least, I think.
And it looks like that ball is going to be on the 14-yard line in Badger territory. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Tennett going to keep the ball himself, and not a lot of room to maneuver. And Tennett looked like he might have gained a couple of yards on that one.
Yep, picked up about a yard, I think.
Obadiah Heisman with the tackle on Tennett. Going to be 2nd and 9 now from the 15 for Prescott.
Okay, Gunderman's isolated way out over here. They got to be careful.
And there's the give. I think that's Adam Lloyd. It is. Lloyd pulls through a couple of tackles. Finally tripped up around the ankles. Garrett Lentz putting the finishing touches on Lloyd. 3rd and it looks like about 3 now for the Badgers. Four minutes exactly to go in the third quarter. 28-21, Badgers on top. And Tennett directing traffic here for Prescott. Tennett flings that one to Gunderman. Gunderman with the catch, tries to avoid the tackles.
First down, though. Yep. He had enough for the first down. Run your pattern till you know it's first down. He did a good job.
And the drive is alive for Prescott. By the way, folks, tonight's Badger broadcast is sponsored by Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality people, products, and service you can trust. First and 10 from the 25 for Prescott as we're coming down to the final 3 minutes here in the third quarter.
Okay, he's got a full house backfield back there.
And there's the run by Jacob Chamberlain.
They picked up 2 or 3. Yeah, so it'll be second and 7.
Heisman with the tackle for Northwest Christian. 2nd and 7 now for Prescott. Chamberlain standing behind Uriah Tenet, who's in the gun. Lloyd in motion. Flag on the play.
Could be offsides.
Probably.
We'll see. Or did we move?
No, we're still waiting for a decision from the officials.
Called illegal procedure.
And I think that might be against 74, Dante DeCourt, given how he kind of threw his hands up in the air, put them on the sides of his helmet like, you got to be kidding me, man. Again, I'm just basing that on body language. So it'll be 2nd and 12 now for Prescott from their own 23. 2:20 remaining in the third quarter.
Wow.
Tenet holds onto the ball, runs to the far side, looking, can't find anyone to throw to. He's going to take it himself. Tenet still scrambling. Tenet finally taken down. Might have come up just short of a first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. And now we get flags on the play after. Well, probably some extracurricular activity after Tenet got stopped. Unsportsmanlike, and it looks like it's going to be against Northwest Christian. And unsportsmanlike against Prescott, so offsetting penalties. So it's going to be 3rd, and it looks like about 7 for Prescott. Ball at the 28-yard line in Prescott territory. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
We got trips right.
Tenet.
Isolation, there he is.
Rolling,
wide open.
Throwing, there's the catch by Gunderman. Oh, fumbled! And it goes into the hands of Lentz.
Incomplete. He didn't have enough time for possession. That was a good hit.
Yeah.
That was a good hit. Knocked right out of Gunderman's hands.
Well, lucky break there for Prescott.
It was a good pattern. They had the first, but that DB came up and knocked the ball right out of Gunderman's hands.
And Gunderman going to go back and punt the ball away. And while we've got some time, folks, KYCA's Badger football broadcast is sponsored in part by the city of Prescott, offering beautiful hiking trails and parks in everyone's hometown. Helmer back to return the punt. And that one bounces at the 35-yard line, picked up at the 30 by Helmer. Helmer takes it to the 35, and Helmer wrapped up around the ankles by number 21, Adam Lloyd.
It's a good tackle, got him only a few yard return.
And hey, folks, tonight's game is brought to you by the Yavapai Food Bank, making a difference in Yavapai County since 1992. And thank you to all of our Badger sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you tonight's game. 28-21 our score. Badgers on top. Crusaders will start this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wall work. Going to give that one to Johannes. Spins off one tackle. Spins off a second tackle. Finally grappled to the ground by about 3 Badgers.
He picked up about 14 yards, and
Caleb Fox, one of the guys in on that tackle for Prescott.
Yeah, and they hit hard, and still too high on him.
And again, Johannes finds a big hole, goes down the sideline at the 10, at the 5, and Johannes
What'd they call?
I think he got knocked out of bounds just before he got to the end zone.
Well, I tell you what, he was treading that line. I thought he kept himself in. He was close, probably within an inch or two going out.
Going to be first and goal from the 9. 53 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Walworth gives the ball, looks like to Johannes. Actually, correction, it's number 11, the ball carrier, Dre Bear. Bear goes straight ahead and picks up a couple yards, it looks like. Second and goal from the 5-yard line. Oh, and one of the Badgers jumped off sides. And that will inch.
Half the distance was about on the 2-3-yard line.
About the 2-yard line. And now a major shift in personnel for Northwest Christian. And this time, Walworth under center gives the ball to Bear. Bear slips through a couple of tackles, and Bear into the end zone for the touchdown. Trey Bear. And it's a 1-point game with 13 seconds left in the third quarter, 28-27. As we will have Cameron Main coming in for the extra point.
Got that stack on both sides now. Let's see.
Main the kick. And he sends that one down on Main Street to make it a tie score, 28-28. 13 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, and we're going to keep it right here since we don't have that much time remaining in the third quarter. John Russ, Lou Benetton with you here, and not too hot a night down here in Phoenix. It's a heck of a lot comfortable than it was last week over at Thunderbird.
Yeah, it's not a bad night at all. Wish there was a little bit of a breeze, but
yeah,
not bad.
At least I'm not going through 3 bottles of water and Gatorade to get through the game. And we're bringing this game to you from the visitors' stands here at Northwest Christian. In fact, we are pretty darn close to the Badgers' sidelines. So close that if I say something that might upset a Badger player or two, they could turn around to me and say, "Shut up, Rust."
They're that close.
Actually, I'm surprised none of the Badgers came, leaned over the fence there and said, "Hey, John, can you give a shout out to my girlfriend?" And there is the kick by Josh Metzger.
I tell you what, they're taking a risk. Whoop.
Gunderman bringing that one forward and finally stopped with 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
They got good coverage. They kept their lanes when they did the approach there, so it was a good special team for Northwest.
So Prescott will take over on their own 22-yard line.
Still, he picked up about 20 yards. I think cut it about 2-yard line. It was close.
Tanet in the gun, and right behind him is Isaac Brazino.
Twins left, twins right.
Tanet going to the near side, making the turn, pitches that one to Brazino, and Cool Breeze knocked out of bounds, and I think the Badgers might have picked up a first down. We'll see where they spot this ball. No, they came up short. About 2 or 3 yards short.
3 yards, about second and 3,
But the clock hits 0, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. We head to quarter number 4 with our score tied, 28-28. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more from North Phoenix right after this.
Hello friends, this is Travis Stead. When it comes to protecting your gutters from those pesky pine needles that never seem to land anywhere but inside your gutters making a mess, make the wise choice, Arizona Seamless Gutters. We have the fix that will last a lifetime. Needle Guard. Never let a loved one get on a ladder and clean your gutters again. Let our family take care of that. Arizona Seamless Gutters. Locally owned and operated since 1981. Call us today, 928-778-1818 for a free estimate. Arizona Seamless Gutters. When it pours, we rain.
Back here at Northwest Christian High School, John Rust, Lou Benetone with you. 28-28 our score. Badgers have the ball to start quarter number 4. The ball is spotted at their own 30-yard line.
Okay, got a full house back there. Tailback.
Tennett takes a couple steps back. Now rolls to the right. Can't find anyone to throw to. Tennett under pressure. Now he's going to come over the near side. And Tennett getting away from the tacklers. Now Tennett knocked out of bounds into Badger territory. I'll tell you what, he had number 75, Jackson Angus, on his 6, but Tennett putting on a good burst of speed. Finally stopped by Dre Bear. And Tennett looked like he picked up about 4 yards there.
What they're doing is they're putting more backs in the backfield again. They're trying to isolate.
Coach, we have an issue with the chain gang here, and I'm wondering if maybe one of the guys on the chain gang got hit by one of the players as they were running out of bounds.
No, I think the chain's all messed up.
Oh, okay. So we've got an equipment malfunction here, it looks like.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're trying to isolate Gunderman, and they had 2 backs on the right.
Oh, actually, they're going to say that's a first down.
Yeah, it should have been. I thought he was pretty. Same thing again.
And we got a flag on the play as Brazino carries the ball. Flag coming in over on the far side, and we'll see what happens here. And waiting to see what the official calls here. False start against Prescott. So that'll set Prescott back 5.
Better move the chain, move the marker.
I was about to. Yeah, I think the official.
No, not the 0 guy. There you go.
So 1st and 15 now from the 28-yard line.
They got trips left. Tight end, wide receiver, and back.
Gunderman over on the far side for Prescott.
I think they're trying to isolate him still.
People's in motion. Tennett fakes the give. Tennett rolling. Tennett throwing. And almost caught by Gunderman.
That was good defense. He was right there. Ball got there at the same time, I think.
Helmer with a really good tackle there on Josiah Peoples.
Yeah, he was right there. Perfect timing. That was good defense.
Going to bring up 2nd and 15 now for Prescott. 11:08 left to go in the 4th quarter. We're all tied, 28-28, and the ball, coincidentally, is on the 28-yard line.
Okay.
Tennett keeps the ball, throws it, and leaping catch made by Joe Flya, who breaks the tackle, and Josiah down the sidelines. Josiah at the 20, at the 10, into the end zone.
Another great
Joe
catch.
Flya!
Nice catch, nice throw. He was well covered, too. And he came down with it. The defender was right there with him.
You know, when I had Travis Stedman on my show a couple weeks ago, he said if someone wrote a book about Josiah Peoples' life, they would title it, Did He Just Do That? And that applies right here. What a catch and what a run by Joe Flya.
Yeah, another big play by him.
Gunderman in for the extra point attempt. It is up And as usual, it is good. Second touchdown catch by Josiah Peoples tonight. And with 10:54 left to go in the fourth quarter, our score 35-28. Badgers over the Crusaders. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this.
Savings are in full view with great discounts on our American-made blinds and shutters here at Blind Brothers Arizona. Hi, this is Jeremy, and if your window treatments are in need of an upgrade, then now is the time to shop with us during our 45th anniversary sale. Save on Hunter Douglas and Lafayette product lines with a variety of blinds, shutters, and custom fabrics. Whether you've been with us since the beginning or just moved to town, we invite you to celebrate this milestone with us. Book a free consultation today and visit blindbrothersaz.com.
I think what makes Josiah's catches just more incredible, and our GM Jason Zinzaletta pointed this out to me during the break. Remember, earlier in the game, Josiah came out for a bit, had a thumb injury, had his thumb wrapped up, and Coach, after Josiah hurt his thumb, he's actually been playing better. 2 big touchdown catches for him.
Catches with a bad thumb. Maybe the tape's sticky.
And that catch going to be in the end zone. And yet again, another good performance in the kicking game by Johan Gunderman. 35-28 our score. Badgers on top. Crusaders will start from their own 20-yard line. And, of course, with the combination of quarterback Lockie Walwork and their running back Nathan Johannes, anything can happen with this team.
Oh, I know. It's back and forth. Good game to watch offense, I tell you.
146 yards on the ground tonight by Johannes. And he's got the ball again, and he gets sandwiched between a couple Badger tackles, keeps those legs moving, and I believe he might have got a first down. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Yep, first down.
Yep, they're moving the chains again.
Boy, they're going fast offense. They don't even get the chains moved.
Walwork from the gun. Bobbles the ball, but it's still picked up by Johannes, and Johannes spins off a tackle and still gains positive yards.
Wow.
And man, Walwork was playing hot potato with that ball and somehow got it over to Johannes, and talk about turning a nothing into a something.
I think Johannes saw it and grabbed it. Snaps are a little high. That's why that's quarterback.
Oh, and a good job there by Trace Overton stopping Johannes, and yeah. Oh, there was a big takedown there on Johannes by Brody Hanna. I think Hanna's looking over to the referee and saying, no way is that a foul.
He got up under him and took him down. Let's see.
Honestly, I think I'm going to have to disagree on that one, Coach.
He hit him hard, picked him up, put him down. So,
I mean,
to get a guy up, he's got to go down.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it is football. I mean, come on. I'm sorry. I just did not see anything egregious
That's a great
with
stop,
that
too,
one.
it was, actually.
Oh, now that gives the Crusaders a first down.
After stopping the line of scrimmage, they get 15 yards.
That was like a really good stop they finally had on Johannes.
Brody hit him good.
And here it goes up the middle. Oh, and another takedown by Brody Hanna. Brody Hanna just came flying right at Johannes, and Hanna hitting him like a runaway train.
Yep.
Just a 1-yard pickup there by Johannes. And they're back up at the line of scrimmage again. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Brody's doing a great job.
And Walwork gonna get sacked. And it's Brody Hanna picking up the sack.
He just gave them a 10-yard loss. They made up for almost all the penalty.
Brody Hanna, who earlier in this game had a terrific pass deflection, now picking up a sack here. And a huge loss on that play. Going to be 3rd and 17 now for the Crusaders. They have the ball back at their own 43-yard line. Actually, correction, going to be 3rd and 20 now they put up on the scoreboard. Wall work, drops back, makes the throw, and to a wide open receiver, but that's going to be well shy of a first down. And that receiver on the far side who caught the ball took a hard fall and took a while to get up. Well, now he's back on his feet. Going to bring up 4th and 11.
Amazes me right here. They're going for it. As well as we've been doing on offense. This totally amazes me.
Big play coming up here for Walwork and the Crusaders.
This is a big play.
And Coach Collette going to call a timeout. In fact, we're so close to the action, I actually heard Cody Collette say timeout. 7:53 to go in regulation, 35-28. So Coach Collette and his staff going to talk things over with the Badger defense. And yeah, like you said, Coach, this is a big roll of the bones here for Coach David Innes of Northwest Christian.
Yeah, I mean, they're right about the 50-yard line. Prescott's moved the ball well.
Coach Innes, he's been at the helm of this team since 2010.
Yeah, he's got quite a history here.
I believe
very successful.
I was going to say, I believe you guys knew each other prior?
Yeah, through coaches' clinics, things like that, yeah.
Well, Coach, you probably know everyone involved in Arizona football.
Yeah, a lot of them are retired like me, though. Except for like Bob Young. He's still hanging in there.
Yeah, Bob Young was up at Mingus when I got here 28 years ago.
He's been around. Mesa.
Here we go, 4th and 11 for the Crusaders. Ball at the 49 in Prescott territory. Walwork gets it. Rolling. Now Walwork going to make the throw and a leaping catch made, but that's going to be shy of a first down, I think.
No, I think he made it.
We'll see. Yeah.
Wow,
they just got
risk.
The first down.
What a risk.
First and 10 now from the 36-yard line.
Want the defense to get set.
Short pass over to the far side, and the receiver run out of bounds. Looks like that was number 22, Josh Police, with the tackle.
Now they got some tall receivers. They're taking advantage of those tall receivers that jumping. Heard a lot of them play volleyball, so they got some vertical.
So it's going to be 2nd and 4 now for the Crusaders from the Badger 30. There's a give. Looks like that's to Johannes. Johannes gets stopped immediately. Johannes got a full head of steam going, but the Badgers knocked him down. Number 13, Rutger Funk, bringing down the Funk and bringing down Johannes. 3rd and 2 now for the Crusaders. Walwork looking to the sidelines. Getting his final instructions before the play. Now turning back to Johannes. He backpedals, throws to an open Johannes. Johannes with a lot of room to maneuver. And Isaac Brazino doing a great job of holding on to the ankle of Johannes. And that allows number 52, Cooper Kassoon, to come in and finish the job. But it's still going to be a first down for the Crusaders as they move ever closer to the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 18.
Okay, shotgun, 2-back set, 2 wide receivers.
Fakes the give to Johannes. Walwork with the throw, and there's the catch made by Dre Bear. Oh, what a tackle there by Uriah Tennett.
He came across from safety and saved the touchdown.
Great shoulder check there, Tennett on Dre Bear. And now it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. And Walwork under center gives the ball to, I believe that might be Johannes, and he takes it into the end zone. Actually, that's Dre Bear with his 2nd touchdown run of the night from short distance.
Well, I kind of had a feeling this might be who's got the ball last.
Connor Main coming in for the extra point attempt to try to tie this score for the 3rd time tonight. Kick is up, and it is good. And the score is knotted again, 35-35, 6:34 left to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back at Northwest Christian right after this.
This is Steve Sischke with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Wander the Wild is the Highland Center for Natural History's signature fundraising event. This year it will once again be a hybrid event with an online auction open to all from September 22nd to 28th and a live reception and auction on Sunday, September 29th from 2:30 to 5:30 on the beautiful grounds of the Windmill House in Chino Valley. All profits from the auction directly fund youth programs and scholarships to discover and explore our stunning Central Highlands. Go to highlandcenter.org for more info.
You are listening to Prescott Badger football here on the news, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA, where the time is 9:01. Little over 6.5 minutes left to go in regulation. We're all tied up at 35. Thanks to Dre Bear's second touchdown run of the night for the Crusaders.
They marched right down there. Both teams are really showing the offense tonight.
Josh Metzger to kick it away. And that one, well, it pops out of the hands of Josiah Peoples, goes in the end zone. Badgers will start from their own 20. And Josiah Peoples having himself a big night. 2 touchdown catches. One on a 44-yard pass, another on a 60-yard pass from Uriah Tennett. And Tennett with 3 touchdown passes tonight. He also threw a 55-yard bomb to Johan Gunderman. Badgers heading back out on the field. Boy, oh boy, this has just been one heck of a battle by both sides
sure
tonight.
Sure has. Good offensive game today. Both teams striking. Using their big players to make the big strikes.
Tennett hands off the ball to Adam Lloyd. Lloyd making a cut. Lloyd trying to dive for extra yardage.
He got about 7 yards. Second about 3.
Adam Lloyd with 82 rushing yards tonight for Prescott. Second and 5 for the Badgers. 6 minutes and change left to go in regulation. We're all tied at 35. And there's the give again to Lloyd. Lloyd bowling his way forward, and Adam Lloyd picking up a first down.
Lloyd's running really well. Line's blocking really good up front. I got to give again Kassoon and Pierce and Gray and Scott, DeCourt, credit up front. They're getting some holes up front.
Bo Bryce also in there in the line, also doing a good job for him. A 6'5", 300-pound sophomore.
Yeah.
First and 10 at the 36 for Prescott. 5:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tennett again with the give to Lloyd, and Lloyd, well, slips by one tackle and then gets sandwiched in between a couple more guys. Number 42, Luke Huss, in on the tackle there for Northwest Christian. And Lloyd helped to his feet by number 76, Nick Boschma. Good show of sportsmanship.
He's getting some cramps a little bit.
Second and 7 for Prescott.
Yeah, I think it'll be a
fake to Brazino.
2 receivers over there.
Tennett rolling to the far side, making the throw, and throws it into the sidelines. Incompletion there by Uriah Tennett. Uriah Tennett with more than 220 passing yards tonight for Prescott. Tennett also with 77 yards on the ground.
He's done well. He's been scrambling a lot back there, but he's got much better pass protection tonight. He tried to get to the 2 best receivers. They were well covered, so got to give Northwestern the credit for the coverage they had.
3rd and 7 for Prescott from their own 37-yard line. Under 5 minutes left to go in regulation. Tenet fakes to give to Brazino. Rolls to the far side. Now coming over to the near side. Nice block there by Bryce. Tenet hauls
look
that
at
one downfield, and it's caught by number 20, Luke Mason. Luke Mason with a diving, actually not more a diving catch, just kind of waited there, got to his knees, caught that ball.
Like nobody saw him. He was totally wide open, no defender around him anywhere. I have no idea how he snuck behind all those guys.
That was about over 50 yards on that pass. But give credit to Bo Bryce for throwing a great block there to let Tenet make that throw. Luke Mason, a huge catch there. 1st and 10 from the 20 in Northwest Christian territory. Brazino with the ball. Brazino up the middle, and Brazino tripped up, falls to the ground. Nathan Johannes with the tackle. Looks like a pickup of 4 on the play by Brazino. 2nd and 6. Ball at the 16-yard line. 3:50 and counting to go in regulation. We're all tied at 35. Lloyd with the ball. Lloyd going forward. And Lloyd gets wrapped up by the Crusader
great
defense.
hole up there, though. He picked up a few yards. 3rd and 2, maybe. 3rd and 1.
Dre Bear, one of the guys in on the tackle. Yeah, 3rd and 1 now for Prescott. Ball at the 11-yard line. Clock ticking down. 3:15 left to go here in regulation. And I'm sure the nail biting has really picked up here in the Badger stands and the Crusader stands as well. Give to Brazino. Brazino avoids an ankle tackle, still on his feet. Bulls forward.
First down.
And Cool Breeze getting the first down for Prescott.
They had him, and he kept his feet. They hit him low. He used his hand to keep the balance and picked up some more yards. First and goal, like on the 2-yard line, 6-yard line.
Tick, tick, tick. 2:40 left to go in regulation. And the Badgers at the ball at the 6-yard line.
They're just letting the clock run. They want to burn it down as much as they can.
Yeah, you're right. Tenet just kind of
they're letting the clock get
standing
down.
around.
They don't want to give them much time once they score.
Can't blame them. Tenet gives the ball to Chamberlain. Chamberlain finds a gap, gets wrapped up near the goal line, and finally taken down.
It's going to burn up more time. It's only 2nd down. They're going to burn up more time. Who called timeout?
I think Northwest Christian might have called timeout.
They might have, yep.
So Northwest Christian taking a timeout with 2:12 left to go. And there's a good run there by Jacob Chamberlain. Getting close to the goal line. So it looks like it's right around the 2-yard line. And, well, Coach Ennis having to do something really big here to try to keep this score tied.
No fumbles, no interceptions.
Yeah. And by the way, our GM Jason Zinzaletta pointed out to us, we have not had a turnover in this game.
Nope.
Actually, we almost did. Remember, Uriah Tenet had that one interception that got erased because of pass interference.
Yep.
But since that got erased, that doesn't count.
Exactly right.
So it should be 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line. Tenet from the gun, gives it to Brazino. Brazino going toward the end zone, and
nope,
no signal. And once again, the Badgers get close.
Another timeout. Someone's down.
Straight ahead, number 9, Isaac Brazino.
And the ball might be at the 1.5-yard line. Not sure because actually it looks like I think it's at the 4-yard line. But we do have an injured Crusader on the field, and not sure what the number is. Actually, it's number 25, I believe. That is Garrett Lentz, and he's up and walking off under his own power. Might just got the wind knocked out of him, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Big play coming up here for Prescott. And the Crusaders needing a big defensive stand here. To net from the gun. Gives it to Lloyd. Lloyd bulling his way forward. Lloyd with another push.
Touchdown.
And Lloyd into the end zone for the touchdown. Adam Lloyd with a great 2nd and 3rd effort to get that ball over the goal line. And the Badgers are back on top, 41-35. First touchdown of the night for Adam Lloyd. And now Johan Gunderman coming in for the point after. And it looks like another timeout.
Oh, they're missing somebody. Not enough men.
Uh-oh.
Had to call a
Yeah,
timeout.
Kenny Miller-Terry, I think, was supposed to be in there.
No, it looks like Josiah Peoples.
Oh, Josiah Peoples,
He just
yes.
went out there.
Correct. So, timeout call by Prescott, so they make sure they got the right personnel on there before Gunderman gets that point after attempt. 41-35, Adam Lloyd with a 4-yard touchdown run and a great run there by Lloyd. Again, just keeping his feet moving, making that little dive there to get into the end zone.
Yep, again, the Lions making the holes for him too. All you need is 2-3 yards, that's what they got.
Kick by Gunderman is good, as usual. 2:01 left to go here in the 4th quarter, and the Badgers back on top, 42-35. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more from North Phoenix right after this.
Did you know that Prescott True Value has a new department with its own building? That's right, Last Chance Clearance Center is now open in the historic gas station adjacent to Prescott True Value. A one-of-a-kind bargain center with everything 50% to 90% off. That's right, everything is at least 50% off all the way to 90% off. Last Chance Clearance Center is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 5. Stop in and check out all the amazing bargains right next door to Prescott True Value at 826 Miller Valley Road in Prescott.
And we're back here at Northwest Christian. John Rust, Coach Lou Benetone. And hold on to your hats, folks. I think this is going to be a wild 2 minutes and 1 second in this game. And, well, the key here, Coach, is do whatever you can to stop Nathan Johannes, because you know he's going to be getting the ball a lot here.
Yep. And got to watch some good passing with that quarterback. He's got some work the sideline, work it on down.
Gunderman with the kick, and that one will, as usual, land in the end zone. So the Crusaders will start from their own 20-yard line. 2 minutes and 1 second left to go for the Crusaders to try to tie this score. Or, Coach, will they try to tie it, or will Coach Innes make a gamble and try to go for a 2-point conversion?
Yeah, if you have an opportunity, you tie it, and you...
Was it tie at home, win on the road? Johannes with the ball. Johannes run out of bounds. Good pursuit there by Isaac Brazino.
Tie it and put it in overtime.
7-yard gain there by Nathan Johannes. Johannes with 170 rushing yards tonight for the Crusaders.
Yeah, he's been a workhorse out there for him.
And we have an injured Badger. It is number 22, Josh Police, being helped off. And now he's coming off under his own power. He was helped for a couple of steps by trainer Trent James. And now Police jogging off to the sideline. So it looks like he's okay. 2nd and 4 now for Northwest Christian from their own 26. Wall work, dropping back, looking. Got some good protection. Now scrambling, throwing. There's the catch.
First down.
Yep. Catch by number 6, Landon Beckman. Beckman caught it, stepped out of bounds to stop the clock at a $1:48.
Got some good down and out routes. They're just trying to stop the clock when they can.
Wall work, another throw, and another catch on the far side. That looks like it's Johannes, and Johannes running out of bounds. And again, good work here by the Crusaders, getting hold of that ball and running to the sidelines and stopping the clock. $1:41 and holding left to go. 2nd and 2 now for Northwest Christian. They have the ball at their own 44. Wall work, barking out the signals. Now looks to the sidelines. Wall work, got time, throws, and a leaping catch made. Johannes with the catch. But actually, it looks like Johannes lost yardage there. Lost about 2 or 3 yards.
Yep.
Going to be about 3rd and 4 now for the Crusaders.
I think they're going to run Johannes here. Just get that first down. We'll find out.
Whoa. Oh, flags come flying in on a botched snap. False start against Northwest Christian. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now for Northwest Christian. Oh, boy. Now the pressure really on wall work and the Crusaders. 1:35 remaining in regulation. Wall work from the gun. He drops back. He scrambles. Wall work. Throws and incomplete into the Crusader sideline.
Surprised they rolled him left. He's a right-hand thrower. And to the short side. Big play, big play. Play of the game.
Here we go. Crusaders going for it on 4th and 9. Wall work from the gun. Drops back, throws it, and caught, and it's going to be a first down for the Crusaders. Devin Helmer with the catch.
He got the breath knocked out of him. He landed on the ball.
Johan Gunderman with the tackle there, and yeah, Helmer still on the ground on the Badger sideline.
He landed on the ball when he came down. Probably get the breath knocked out of him, or...
One minute, 21 seconds left to go in regulation.
Like I said.
And Helmer back up on his feet. And looks like he's okay. (42-35) is our score. Badgers on top, but the Crusaders have the ball at the Badger 45-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Wall work from the gun. He drops back. Under pressure, there's a throw. Oh, flag on the play. Don't tell me we're going to get roughing the passer.
Yep.
Oh, holding. Oh, it's going to be a hold against Northwest Christian, it looks like. And now it's going to be
First and 20.
First and 20. Crusaders back in their own territory at the 45 with 1:15 left to go in regulation in a 7-point game. Walwork dropping back under pressure, and there's the throw, and no one around. Great pressure put on Walwork by number 10, Jacob Chamberlain, and number 13, Rutger Funk. 2nd and 20 now for Northwest Christian. 1:05 left to go in regulation.
Okay, they got quads.
Walwork dropping back. Makes the throw. And a great job there by Isaac Brazino to break up the pass play. Ball intended for number 6, Landon Beckman. 1 minute left to go in regulation.
What are they talking about here?
No idea. You know, there were no flags thrown. Oh,
there was, I guess.
Okay, there was a flag and the referee waved it off. 3rd and 20 for Northwest Christian. They have the ball at their own 45.
Quads again.
Walwork drops back. Short throw. Caught by Johannes. Johannes takes off on the sidelines. Run out of bounds by number 12, Kenny Miller-Terry. And
4th and about
Johannes.
1. 4th and 1 yard.
Johannes close to the first down, but like Coach said, 4th and 1.
Johannes up the middle. See what he does.
Walwork under center. Flags come flying in.
Illegal procedure or something. I'm not sure. Not sure if they were all set. What? Offsides Prescott?
Yeah, they're going to call offsides against Prescott, and that's an automatic first down for the Crusaders.
Wow.
1st and 10 from the 31, 54 seconds left in regulation.
Okay, they're trying to move some personnel around. Okay, they got right and left half shotgun formation.
Walwork dropping back, getting some good protection. Now throws toward the end zone. Nice job by Gunderman to break up that play, getting in front of the intended receiver, Bear. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 now. Oh boy, and Gunderman's down.
Cramping.
Yeah. And, well, looks like Tanette and Kenny Miller-Terry just lift Gunderman to his feet, and Gunderman's going to limp off the field. But again, it is a pretty hot night down here in Phoenix, Coach. So you know
they've done a lot of running tonight, a lot of receiving, a lot of yards put on this offense, both sides. A lot of yards.
2nd and 10 from the Badger 31. Walwork again from the gun. He drops back under pressure, makes the throw. There's the catch. And receiver out of bounds.
I think that's a first down, too.
Dre Bear with the catch.
No. Oh, up.
And he got about 7 yards.
Yeah.
3rd and about 3 now for the Crusaders. Clock stops at 41 seconds.
Oh, we did it again. First down.
And I think
we jumped. Offsides. Automatic first down.
And Adam Lloyd now limping off the field. He has a cramp, it looks like. And boy, oh boy, a couple of costly penalties here for Prescott. And the Crusaders sniffing that end zone now, 1st and 10 from the Badger 19. Walwork with the throw. There's the catch. And it looks like that's Beckman, and Beckman avoids a couple of tackles, and it looks like Beckman able to get out of bounds again. And it's going to be another first down for the Crusaders. First and goal, it looks like. And there's the give to Bear. Bear with the run, and Bear diving into the end zone for the touchdown.
Critical extra point, though, John. You never know.
Third touchdown run of the night for Bear. And it's a 1-point game, and boy, oh boy, a big extra point attempt coming from Cameron Main. Main did have one of his PATs blocked earlier in this game.
Oh, he's going for 2.
Oh, woo! Boy, oh boy.
We talked about that, John.
Coach Innes really taking a gamble here. Well, I mean, they say in baseball, tie at home, win on the road, but I guess he's going to go for the win at home now, or try to.
Like he might.
"20 seconds left to go." Coach Collette called a timeout as the Badgers got to come up with a huge defensive stop here. So Coach Innes and Northwest Christian going to go for 2 here to try to get the win and go to 3-0. Regardless how this game turns out, Coach, just a gutty performance by both sides tonight.
It has been. I mean, what an offensive performance by both teams. It's been exciting. Let's see what they do.
Well,
going for 2.
Here we go. This should be for all the marbles.
They got a full house back there. Let's see where they're going to go.
And now they shift up personnel.
Oh, they overloaded the left side.
There's
Toss,
the pitch,
and there he is.
Bear moving forward. Bear knocked away. Johan Gunderman with the tackle. They did not get the 2-point conversion.
He went too wide. He should have cut back up. That was the difference.
Johan Gunderman saving the Badgers bacon with that tackle.
I'm surprised how wide he went. With the power he had.
Well, 20 seconds left to go now, so basically just get the ball, take a knee, and
game's over.
Bada bing, we're done. But, hey, you know what?
Yeah, can't see anything.
Oh, we had an injured player on the other side of the field, and actually it was Brody Hanna. And again, it looks like probably another cramp, Coach, because he's back up and jogging off the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, actually it looks like maybe not a cramp, but Hanna is holding, looks like it's his right arm, yeah. Hanna's had a good game tonight, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. You got to figure, Coach, onside kick here.
Yeah.
That's Maine going for the kick here. 1-point game as a 2-point conversion failed for Northwest Christian. Onside kick, and it is it recovered? I don't even think that went 10 yards. And it looks like the Badgers recovered it. And that should be all she wrote.
Wow. I'm surprised that last play, stretching it out instead of just plowing it on the corner.
Well, Coach, you know this. Sometimes you gamble, you look like a genius. Other times you gamble and, well, doesn't work out for you.
I lost my first game against Bradshaw going for 2. 13-14.
So you kind of sympathize with Coach Innes here.
Totally.
So basically it should be just Tanette taking a knee, and we all head back up to Prescott, where starting next week a 3-game homestand. And still, Coach, give it up for Northwest Christian. What a game they played here tonight.
It was phenomenal. Phenomenal game.
So
yeah, it was
the
a
knee
phenomenal game offensively, both teams.
Knee taken, and that's the ball game. The Prescott Badgers holding on for a thrilling 42-41 victory over Northwest Christian. We'll take our final break here, and we'll be back to wrap things up from North Phoenix right after this.
Hey, I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
And we are back here at Northwest Christian High School. John Russ, Coach Lou Benetone. And what more can you say about this game, Coach? Probably one of the more thrilling Badger games we've seen in quite a while. And Prescott holding on the critical tackle there by Johan Gunderman to stop that 2-point conversion, and that was the difference.
Yeah, it was. It was a great difference. That coach is going to look at that play over and over and over. But it was a great defensive stand and a great offensive series on both sides.
Yeah, again, like we said, just great job. It's one of those games where it's like it's a shame that one team has to lose because they both sides played their guts out tonight.
Sure did, yeah.
But it was Prescott who prevails. 42-41 the final score. Badgers 2-1 on the season. Northwest Christian, they're also 2-1. Well, folks, no more trips to Phoenix for the next 3 weeks. We are back home. We'll be back up at Bill Shepherd Field next Friday night, where we'll be taking on Vista Grande. 6:45 for the pregame show. Kickoff at 7 p.m.
This is a big game. These teams are going to win a lot of games. It's going to give Prescott a lot of points.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Big confidence booster, and like you said, a big PowerPoint booster for Prescott, definitely. Yep. All right, folks, well, that is going to do it. And for Scott Harker back in the KYCA studios, for the Zinzaletta family, for my partner, Coach Lou Benetone, I'm John Rust saying good night, everybody.
Good night.